Well, what's going on, everybody? John here with you. It's a Tuesday. I'm just getting settled in here as we go into the live coverage. Again, we're before puck drop, but let me give you everything in particular as usual. So on a Tuesday night, January 28th, it sounds like this for the Washington Capitals, head coached by Spencer Carbery, 33-11-5. Dylan Strome, Alex Ovechkin, Connor McMichael, Rasmus Sandin, John Carlson, Pierre-Luc Dubois, Alexei Protas, Tom Wilson, Martin Ferravari, and Matt Roy, Lars Eller, Taylor Radish, Ethan Frank, Nick Dowd, Brandon Dumaine, and Andrew Mangiapane. Logan Thompson should be in that tonight for the Caps. And for the Flames, who still sit into a playoff spot, they're fourth in the Pacific, but they're holding on to the second wild card against the Vancouver Canucks by 1 point. Now, it's been a while since I covered the Calgary Flames. Again, this is going to be a solo cast, but Cooper Hopkins will be with me here on Saturday against the Detroit Red Wings when our two teams battle on. But I will have the Flames in the mirror here for this game, Saturday, and then next Tuesday and Thursday against the Maple Leafs and the Colorado Avalanche. So some very big games for the Flames, and we're going to cover a little bit of their playoff push before the Four Nations. I think that's kind of the way how I want to put it. So for Ryan Huska's squad, 24-17-7, that's Nazem Kadri, Jonathan Huberdeau, Jakob Pelche, Joel Hanley, Rasmus Anderson, Michael Backlund, Blake Coleman, Matthew Coronado with Jake Bean and Mackenzie Weegar, Igor Sharangovich, Marty Pospisil, Andrei Kuzmenko. I'm not sure if Clark Bishop's going to be in the lineup. I haven't seen him before, but it'll be Ryan Lomberg and Adam Klapka alongside Tyson Berry and Braden Pahal. Again, Daniel Miramanov was listed as the extra defenseman. I'm not entirely sure how accurate that is, but this goes in from the last matchup, again, off the back-to-backs. We could see Miramanov back in the lineup tonight, the Vegas Golden Knights product. And Dustin Wolf should be the puck stopper today for the Flames. So this is going to be a big one, and I'll be joining you back in about another minute or so as we get through some of these festivities. But again, for the Flames, this schedule, as we talk about, is going to get pretty difficult. Again, this Caps game really is. Again, you had last week for the Flames, you did a split between the Winnipeg Jets, which was really good. You pretty much took out the Minnesota Wild as the Flames are doing a tribute to Al McNeil from 1935 to 2025. So they're going to go ahead and have some of that. You got Laney McDonald in the building as well, per usual, and alongside with the Flames, and Craig Conroy and Ryan Huska as they're doing some of that stuff on the video board. So forgive me, I'm not as familiar with that for the Flames lore. If Cooper was with me, I would definitely be able to get a little more of it. But again, the schedule is going to be a little bit difficult. Let me just profile this right now while we're going through a little bit of the festivities. So Washington today, I'm not going to have the Anaheim game, but it'll be Detroit and then Seattle off of back-to-back Saturday, Sunday. And then we'll have the games for you, Toronto, Colorado, and then it's Seattle one more time. So you get a lot of Western Conference in the matchups in the Pacific before you get the Four Nations break, and then you open back up with San Jose on February 23rd. So we'll get a good look at the Flames before they hit the Four Nations side of it. And then when we do get the Four Nations, the only game I believe I'm going to miss because of the Waterford Sharks assignment is USA and Canada. That's unfortunate, but everything else I should be able to cover alongside Alec Nava. I've already reached out and asked with him, and I think we should be good to go there. If we do get any sort of USA situation in the final for Four Nations, we might get a trio broadcast alongside Cooper, Alec, and myself as we'll try to get that going. But I'll be back here shortly once the festivities are done.
His son, Alex McMichael. His daughter, Allison's and her husband, Paul. And their children, Al's grandson, Ben, currently playing in Nova Scotia's Junior Hockey League. And Jack, a 2022 draft pick of the Los Angeles Kings. Earlier tonight, on behalf of the Calgary Flames organization and ownership group, Alan Martin and Jeff McKay presented Al's family with commemorative silver cups.
So Al McNeil, they've gone through some of his work there with the Flames, alongside his being a general manager, playing for the New York Rangers, and all of that through this video tribute. I wish I would have known that going in there. I probably would have done a little more research here alongside, but we do see some visiting Caps fans that are also there giving the applause as well. So very cool to see everybody in good spirits in the sense of it. Looks like a very packed Scotiabank Saddle Dome as well.
Another season ticket member appreciation month. Also like to welcome a very special guest to see it red tonight. Season ticket member since 1998. Please welcome Jolie Sorensen. Please remain standing, remove your hats, and join Michaela Sheedy, accompanied by Flames organist Warren C. and members of the Alberta Sheriffs in the performance of tonight's national anthems.
So we've gone through the ceremony for Al McNeil. Now we will get into the anthems. So I'm going to pick this coverage back up now as we get into the anthems of both teams. So let's just go across here. Logan Thompson, he's fresh now off of the extension for Washington, a 6-year, $5.85 per at $35.1 million. I think that is a perfect number for the Caps. You bring in Jakob Chychrun, you bring in some of the other ones, you get Alexei Ovechkin back. I wonder if the Vegas Golden Knights regret not keeping him, or could they just not afford it? I know Ian Genji and I have had some of those conversations, and I do think he's right. I think Vegas, between Mark Stone and some just couldn't hold on to him. But Logan Thompson, ever since he's been in a Golden Knights uniform and now with Washington, has been fantastic. Again, you had the pullout for Shea Theodore of the defense of Vegas Golden Knights for Team Canada. I know you can't swap D for goalie, but for Logan Thompson, you gotta wonder, as he sits at 22, 2-3, 209 goals against, 925 save, and 2 shutouts, just how he's not the front runner for Canada. I mean, at least that's good for Washington to be able to get him a little bit of a break. And Charlie Lindgren, not too bad himself. 1192, 251, 904, 1 shutout. For the Calgary Flames, it's been one-sided, but it's been a good way because Calder front runner, I could say this for Dustin Wolf, 18-7-2, 254 goals against, 916, and 2 shutouts. Cooper and I had those conversations at the beginning of the year, saying a best-case scenario, Dustin Wolf would be in the mention for that one. He has been. The only problem, I feel slightly bad for Dan Vladar. His numbers have been below par. I think even you can say that even if you're a diehard Flames fan, as he's 6-10-5, 312, 886, he does have 2 shutouts. But what would his numbers be without those? So the interesting part when you look at this matchup for Calgary is, okay, the Caps have 10 more goal scorer than the Flames do. But the Flames, Huberdeau's got 19, Kadri 17, Coleman 10, Weegar 6, Coronado 11, Zeri 10, who's out, Backlund 10, Rasmus Anderson 7. They have one other one I didn't list at 9. So they have goal scoring by committee for the Calgary Flames. And I think the one thing you have to give a lot of credit to for Ryan Huska, because you have Kirkland out, Mantha out, Zeri out, Ball's out now. I think that one's only day-to-day, but Zeri's going to be out at least for another month plus. So you have a lot of guys out that are expected to go ahead and give you some production, but yet it hasn't really kind of changed the Flames' attack. It can be anemic at times, but however, you can't necessarily focus just on one player if you want to get the job done and stop them. So I think it can make things difficult if the Flames can play with a lead. And this is the other thing that we talk about too. With the Caps, I know some of my judgments there have not been solid gold. You can talk about that. You get things wrong. I didn't expect the Caps to be this good. And I still look at their record of 33-11-5 and wonder if they're as good as they are, if it's just because of Logan Thompson. But it's one of those teams that like to play with the puck and play with the lead. And then when they don't have it, things can look different. Interesting part about this matchup between Wolf and Thompson, we know the goaltending is going to be fantastic, but Calgary plays the same way. They like to play at the puck and get the lead and try to play out in front. When they don't have that, it doesn't go well for them. So similar styles. I know the Caps have more talent alongside of it, but this could make for an interesting matchup. So that's why we have the Flames on the radar here. I mean, these are technically two playoff teams right now. It's unfortunate Cooper can't join me for this one, but he will be here for Saturday. I'd be interested to get his thoughts. So Nick Dowd, this one goes in the corner, and Bean will send this one all the way down as Logan Thompson gets a chance to touch. Jonathan Huberdeau will race now Jake Bean, and off the stretch there for former Flame Andrew Mangiapane. It'd be something if he gets on the score sheet or whether or not he gets booed. I wouldn't think so. Mackenzie Weegar has had a fantastic season trying to get around a glove, and this will be intercepted now by Mangiapane off the stop near the right side. Doc, good Flames defense. This is in between some bodies. And now Nazem Kadri just trying to press this across the blue line to the neutral. So third line here still, but they're going to go ahead and take their change for Spencer Carbery's squad. Again, the Caps 33-11-5. The Flames 24-17-7. Backhanded now for the captaincy for Calgary. And Michael Backlund, as this will be an opportunity here, be sent in by Dylan Strome. Dustin Wolf, who loves to play the puck, will put this near the right side of the glass. Tom Wilson will give chase for Joel Hanley. Rasmus Anderson slowly around the end boards. Coronado lost it there. Wilson throws it out front, but the Flames able to pick this off. Now try to go ahead and push ahead. Coronado off the drop for Rasmus. He gets stick the side for a moment. Backlund shoots to the traffic, and this one hits the glass. As this will go all the way back to the Flames defense. Start this one again for Coronado. Great move. Coleman shoots. And this one is a blocker stop for Logan Thompson. Coronado with a little inside-out dangle to set up Coleman right into the left side dot. As the Capitals on the road here with their white jerseys, blue pants, and red striping. Protas. Watch this going around the inboards for PLD. Here's a shot that gets tipped by Protas. Chance out in front, bad giveaway. And the Caps score an easy one. Pierre-Luc Dubois doesn't shoot the puck a whole ton, but when you get a pick right in front of the slot, and I think Mackenzie Weegar might have been the one that coughed it up, that Washington's got to shoot that, and they're going to score it. 18:09, we get a goal. Let's take a look at how it happened here. Protas slowly around the inboards. PLD gets it there, tipped by Protas, and Weegar throws it right to PLD, right in front of the slot, and Dustin Wolf gets it sniped behind him. Nothing Dustin Wolf's going to be able to do there. Mackenzie Weegar, very poor clear, and that one's rocketed in the top right corner of the mesh and in, and the Caps have the early lead. Mackenzie Weegar, I know he didn't mean to do it, but you got to be able to make sure when you're throwing the puck, you got to put it into the sideboards. Can't throw it in the middle of the slot, but it does happen. So PLD unassisted as we will push on here as the Washington Capitals take advantage of the turnover. This one goes right to the backhand of Logan Thompson with the glove.
One of the big reasons why the Capitals were able to maintain possession is that Protas was able to nullify the ice out. So first the speed for the big winger, and then that's how the Capitals assembled the puck. And then there's a turnover now.
So before the Washington Capitals lost to the Vancouver Canucks on Saturday, who seemed to play well on Saturday, according to Shannon, the hockey guy, it was points in 12 straight, and they take advantage of a turnover there from Mackenzie Weegar. Mangiapane now off the left as this goes around Joel Hanley and put back him on the inboards. Domain now tries to get this back him up behind his own net. Dustin Wolf 1-for-1 here. Caps, nothing he can do on that one. Another good opportunity. Strome tried to send this one out. It's bounced in front of some bodies, and the Flames mercifully get it out as their defense can take a change alongside Adam Kapka, but it was pretty close to the bench. They got to go quick here as this will go back and around the inboards. A couple times, Jakob Peltier tries to get a reverse hit. He's battling into the boards right now. This is just a mass of sticks, and this will just be taken away there for Nazem Kadri. And now Faravari will get his wrist shot blocked by Rasmus Anderson. Faravari first to get to it. Washington's hunting pucks here early. Chance right out in front off the one-timer from Strome, and it's saved by Dustin Wolf. 16:43. That was right in tight on top of the left dot. Dustin Wolf made that look easy as Ovechkin played this off the left side red line back and behind the net. The Caps puck movement has been good. Again, they took advantage of the turnover, but Dustin Wolf 12-2-1, a 198 goals against a 936 at the Saddle Dome. That is outrageous. Backlund can't win it, but a rolling vulcanized rubber will go past the Flaming Sea. Blake Coleman now, former Tampa Bay Lightning man and Stanley Cup champion. Mel Cooper likes to mention that as he will go back now off the push, and the Caps will ice it. 16:29 in the first.
Brian Husker was talking about one of the challenges playing the Capitals. He didn't call them the best team in the league. Very good goaltending. Special teams are pretty strong, so it's a real challenge tonight here for Brian Husker. That was a tough 2-game road trip you guys were on to St. Paul and Winnipeg.
Another offensive zone draw here for the Flames. Backlund wins this one. Blake Coleman will get the retrieval near the left side of red line. Coleman against the wall. Still working one-handed against the defense out in front. Tries to throw it out there. Ovechkin will cheat a little bit ahead as a seam pass does not find Matt Roy. He was breaking in all alone. Ovechkin just missed him as it's kept in. Now toward the right side is Wilson streaking. Long shot blocked. Flames have it again. Good work there in the middle of the slot to knock this off of bodies. Backlund will turn back around as his defensemen take a change, and then he'll get off the ice for Ryan Huska's squad. So you got Bean alongside with him right now, Mackenzie Weegar. Mackenzie Weegar is the one that coughed it up, and you know he wants to make it right. Shots are 2-2. Good play between the legs. The Flames try to steal alongside with Peltier. And here will be a rolling puck too far for Connor McMichael. Flames intercept. Osmond Kadri, sweet backhand, but he got stick lifted. It's a loose puck. McMichael back there to pick up his team. And now be a spin and turn away from Protas. Nice move for Huberdeau. Tried to dipsy doodle between his legs. There was too much traffic as Huberdeau gets a stick lift. Flames try to steal, and now the Caps will jump on him out of their own end. It's been busy in their own end as Jake Bean now we'll go ahead and flip this one back down the ice. Kadri's onside. He lets a Klepper go. And this one saved by Thompson is Marty Pospisil now. Trying to break in with Kuzmenko. Tyson Berry with a shot that's blocked aside by Thompson. Marty will try to get to it. Now the referee takes some friendly fire from Marty Pospisil. This is loose out in front. Sharangovich gets knocked down. And Thompson's had enough of it and will hold on with 14:48 in the first.
The official beer sponsor of the Calgary Flames. Christine Open of Lethbridge, this is your chance to win big. And thanks to save on $1 million score and win 4 goals by any Flames player. Good night, John.
So it's still early in this one. It's 1-0 Washington. It's an offensive zone draw here for the Flames. Looks like Igor Sharangovich is going to take this one. He wins it. Sets up a slap shot for Pahal, and this one bounces off a lot of bodies, breaks the stick of somebody. This is near the left side dot as the Flames try to find it. So Trevor Van Riemsdyk got the twig smashed as this is Pahal. Pahal now touched for Sharangovich. He'll just gain the blue, and this will be settled back down for the Washington defense. Rasmus Sandin all the way down to Dustin Wolf. Sharangovich will play this across the bumper, but nobody was home. Caps do steal. As this is, I believe, Wilson pasted against the boards. And now this will be sipped across for Jakob Chychrun. Good stop for Wolf amongst the traffic. I don't think he ever saw it. Here's Chychrun. Sweet spin. Chychrun now trying to find it near the right side of the boards. And this will be taken away. This is Lomberg going to break. He's denied by the left pad of Thompson. And then a huge hit on the other end. Matt Roy trying to brace for the puck. Lomberg gets stonewalled by Thompson. Again, that's why he's 22-2-3 on the season. That's no exaggeration. Lomberg gets away with a cross check on Chychrun as the play is still live. Hanley will watch this one go down the ice. And this will roll for an icing. Rasmus Anderson beats everybody to it. Another Flames win here on the offensive zone draw, as this one is right to. I was going to go to Rasmus Anderson, but I think one of the Flames inadvertently knocked it with the stick. So this will allow the Caps with Lars Eller and his, I think, a third tour of duty now. As Matt Roy, nice move off the backhand. This will go right to Hanley. Hanley now to Kadri, but the pass is way too hard. And across the sea as Kadri now gains entry at the left wing. He's got a chip. And this will go right to Logan Thompson's glove. Kadri didn't have any other play here, as Logan Thompson has been busy, but PLD takes advantage of the TO, and it's 1-0 Caps as we go to the first break.
Your shipping manager left to find themselves, leaving you lost. You need to hire. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. Sponsored jobs on Indeed are 2.5 times faster to first hire. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
These people are privileged, hoarding the financial advantages for far too long. Unaware that Robin Hood Gold members now enjoy.
So Dustin Wolf just 1 of 2 so far. That turnover again, nothing he can do about that. But Logan Thompson 5 of 5 into this first break. It's 13:07 in the first. We will double up this box so I can take a look around the league as well. We have some eye-popping scores, including the Sabres up 6-2 on the Bruins with 4:51 left to go in the third. Sabres would be 19-26-5. It is John Joseph Paterka who has a hat trick, and Tage Thompson also has a hat trick. 2 hats for the Buffalo Sabres. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, 23 of 25. And the unlucky recipient of Jeremy Swayman, one of those might have been an empty netter, 24-29, as it says 5 for Swayman. So imagine that's what we get. But holy cow, 2 hats for the Sabres at KeyBank, beating up on the Bruins. Our featured game Caps and Flames Caps up 1-0, courtesy of PLD. You got Stars and Golden Knights, ESPN Plus and Hulu, and then Ducks and Kraken, but another 45 minutes for now for both of those games. We'll get into the other scores in a moment. Not a huge night for scoreboard, but the scores are big as far as the teams. Will be another offensive zone draw here for the Flames. This time they don't win it. Nazem Kadri will watch this one go into the corner as Washington carelessly turns it over. Here's Huberdeau. Now we'll send this one out in front, and Protas, he might be able to jailbreak this here for his teammate. Got to wash out now if the odd man. Here's an opportunity for PLD, and that pass was really wanting. Jonathan Huberdeau raced the other way for Peltier off the cross pass. Good back check there for PLD. I don't know if you would say that very often in his career, but there you go. Near the left side dot, as this one is contested here. Bean trying to find it. This will go D to D here. John Carlson, the longtime Cap. This one will get deflected in the corner. Kadri can't win the stick lift against PLD. Kadri now still working with a little soft flip not out of the zone. Bounces off a Huberdeau skate. He will send this one back to his defense and alongside his other Florida Panthers former teammate in Mackenzie Weegar. Now you got those long-term deals signed there by Brad Treliving. As this one will be sent the other way for Coleman. Coleman intercept Backlund. Good chance Coronado to rip one, and that had a lot of speed but didn't have the accuracy. As this goes to the left side, Coronado will send this around for the left side red one. You know what? After doing so many Flame games, honestly, I feel like I get more excited watching the Flames than I do my own team. That's kind of crazy. As this to the right side dot anytime these guys get a chance to score, because I like the team by committee. They're doing a good job. Here's Majapani, former Flame, right into the breadbasket of Wolf. As number 88 takes his shot. Again, you kind of wonder how you feel playing against your former team. Again, if Anthony Mantha was on the ice here, if you didn't sustain that from injury, you'd be playing against his former team in the Caps as well. Coronado took that one to the left side dot, and man, oh man, did that have some power on it. He just couldn't find the accuracy in the Mangiapane. He rifled it, but it was just closed right in the gut. So shots are 5-3. This will be an ozone draw. Dylan Strome will get a chance to take this one against Backlund. Strome will win it. Now to the left side, Strome on his backhand center dangerously out in front, but the defense isn't there to recover. And TVR will go ahead and find this one now. Trevor Van Riemsdyk counted by Coleman, almost turns it over. And they have to play for a backhand. Good Flames forecheck. Bounces off of Coleman's skate. And now the Caps look to escape with Connor McMichael off the drop. Ovechkin. Both swinging in front, but that's picked off right by the Flames. It's 1-on-3. Flames will gain the blue and send it in. Jakob Chychrun now, former Sen, will start this one. He was a good pickup here, as long as he can stay healthy, but everything has worked, and Spencer Carbery's system is very good. And I'm alongside Ryan Huska, I think are good coaches, a lot of younger coaches as well, but the Caps' dream season turnaround, I would say even for them. Try to find John Carlson right in the middle of the circles. Here's a shot. This is tipped by the Flames defense, and good stick handle. That the Flames able to be patient enough to get this through center, but it's stolen again. Now the Caps off the backhand. This will go across the wall. Carlson having trouble with the puck for a moment. This will allow Kuzmenko to recover. Here's a push ahead for Marty. Marty, this is too far in between his legs. 10-10 left to go in this first. It's 1-0 courtesy of Pierre-Luc Dubois. The Caps out front here at the Saddledome. Sharangovich and off the bumper, too far for Kuz. And this will be John Carlson. I'll reverse it back as the forwards take a change. Good seam pass. This one will bounce. Glove down with the hand. Adam Klapka tried to use that size, but he couldn't get around Martin Ferravari. Sent back around now for Martin. Started again. Still with it now is Ferravari. Toward the Flaming Sea. He'll send this in long across the red. I think he iced it anyway. He didn't gain it. So that'll be helpful for the Flames as they'll push it the other way with 9:40 left in the first.
Through the first, I have to say, JP's look good. He's made a couple nice plays, including this one, to get away from Eller. Heads up. Beautiful take pass along the boards. That's a really good play he made this first period. Well, you mentioned opportunity. Boy, is it a big one. Very big.
It's a rolling puck off the clay. Rasmus Anderson will get this in his zone and start again. Klapka, good outlet pass. This will spring, I think, Blomberg. As he'll try to send this one back down. This will bounce back to him. Second effort again, tries to clear this one out, and I believe he'll get a whistle for offsides or a hand pass. Glove down. 9:16 in the first. It was Bishop, excuse me, as I will get used to the name that's been added, number 61. He's all outside there along with Blomberg as we take a break. Clark, Bishop, Blomberg, and Klapka on that fourth line. Look where they got on the sides.
New projects means new project managers. You need to hire. Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Believe me, when it comes to investing, you'll love Carl's Way. Take a lecture, please. But there's a Carl's Way is the best way.
Is it? At Schwab, how I choose to invest is up to me.
Exactly. I can invest and trade on my own.
Yes, and I let them manage some investments for me too.
Let's move on, shall we? No, can do.
I'll get out here.
Where are you going?
Schwab.
Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
Booking app I used didn't have agents, so an AI agent didn't know to move my reservations inside or know what I like to eat. This is not that. What's up, my brother? Oh, hey, man. We really needed this rain, right?
Asian board sells restaurants to prevent dining disasters.
Come on over.
That's what AI was meant to be.
We got you, brother.
Just a little bit more on the relationship between Rasmus Anderson and Andrew Mangiapane. Those guys, as we mentioned, go back to junior. They're still just as in touch now as they ever were. Back last night, Andrew had a chance to go over Rasmus's house Sanders, and there's Rasmus' son Benji, who made a sign for Andrew's return so close to after their Carbery visit. But Benji just loves that guy, perks up so much. When he woke up this morning, he was crying, bawling his eyes out because Mangiapane wasn't there. Just goes with him.
So they did a good profile there alongside Ryan Leslie of Andrew Mangiapane and Rasmus Anderson. They still remain best friends pretty much going into their junior. And that his son Rasmus made a sign there for Andrew, but he wasn't there at his house to be able to see it, so he was crying his eyes out, but he's able to get that one now. Pretty cool to be able to see best buds still playing together. As 9 minutes now against each other, but again, former teammates. Is Tyson Barrie, former Edmonton Oiler, now with the Flames again, will send this one in. This is up to Sharon Govich. This one to the left side corner. And now the Mangiapane line able to intercept, race right up the gut. Now toward the left side of the wall. Jakob Chychrun will send this around. Mangiapane will collect TDR. Is lurking out in front. That just means the rest of everyone also takes some changes. Goes all the way back to Logan Thompson. And we'll look to start this one again here for Rasmus Sandin. So Sandin and Carlson, the defensive pair out there now, doing Strome, as this is line one. Flames do a great job of picking it off again. Nazem Kadri is going to break. We'll go 5-hole, and Thompson saves it. The second breakaway for the Flames, and Thompson made it look easy. And I think it was one of the last end of the Caps fell as Kadri was able to get that steal. Kadri now. Carlson, stick lifts him, as this will be sent back down for Dustin Wolf. And now Rasmus Anderson. So 2 breaks here for the Flames, as one of the Caps fell down off the back check. Now Rasmus Anderson, a little elongated breakout. Pass will get deflected right back to Dustin Wolf, who brushes it into the right side of the dot. Kenzie Wager trying to get a retrieval now. Too far for Backlund. Bouncing puck. This will be collected into the neutral by left side red line of Coleman. Now Coronado will get chase here for Matt Roy. Not Faravari. Matt Roy, former King. This will be sent back down again. Mackenzie Wager through neutral. One more touch for Backlund, gains the entry. He'll flip it into the corner. Backlund trying to get his own puck retrieve. Will tip it on to Thompson, who's got it with the glove hand. 7:15 left to go in the first. Pahol's chance was blocked as this goes picked up now for Braden. Now sent back around for Adam Klapka on that fourth line. A lot of size here. That checking line that you usually would see. Klapka bounces off of his stick. He still fights through it. Try to get to Ryan Lomberg as this goes softly into the corner. Sent back around the embankment here. Lomberg puts that around the other way. Try to get the name on it again. And Clark Bishop, who's pushed up against the corner. Adam Klapka, little soft cross check there. And it looks like Bishop got hit in the face. And now he's all tied up on the other side of the boards as this play is still live. This is center on Tyson Barrie. Push his man in the corner and knock his helmet off. So things are getting a little silly here behind the net. Now Ryan Lomberg in his own end. He'll look to push the other way forward as my ESPN feed buffers, unfortunately. Give me a second. Mangiapane, as this one gets sent in, I think we have the little AOL dial-up connection right now as it's 5:55 left to go in the first, but hopefully that will find itself as all I'm seeing is fuzz. This will be sent back down the inboards. Kuzmenko now. Got Marty with him off the sauce, and this one is knocked away. Looks like we're back to normal here. And this will be Faravari. We'll go ahead and send this one down off a long flip. This will bounce right to the Flames defense. Flames will try to push it ahead to the left side blue line. Dylan Strome in the way of Bean as Kadri toward the right side bumper. Kadri now on his backhand. Able to cradle the line, set up a slap shot. This one got a hand on it. It was Logan Thompson. Peltier now into the corner. This has been a good period for the Flames, if not for that PLD goal. Not seeing a lot here from the Caps. And again, every time I watch them, their record is so good, but it doesn't really look that impressive any of the times that I watch them. It always makes me have these different thoughts about what we see with the Caps. You say 33-11-5 is dominant. I don't disagree, but it's just kind of slow it down once you get the lead. There's not much to do, even in the first. We're down to the final 5 of the first period. It's 1-0 Caps.
Your shipping manager left to find yourself, leaving you lost. You need to hire. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. Sponsored jobs on Indeed are 2.5 times faster than first hire. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
So we're down 34-0. Winning will be tough. That's why I brought in the ease specialist.
What? Got to make scoring shorts easier. With the Geico app, you can policy on the go, get access to 24/7 trades.
For car insurance made easy, get more with Geico.
When I was younger, my calling was to play football. But as I grew older, I realized life isn't about how many people you can knock down. It's about how many people you can lift up. At Ram, our calling is to build game-changing trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering.
It's Autostar time.
So you remember last week when the Blackhawks had a 3-1 lead at the United Center and lost 4-3 in overtime. Right now, the Blackhawks again have a 3-1 lead, this time at Amelie, with 2 minutes left in the third. This one's against Jonas Johansson, Donato, Landon Slager, and Connor Bedard. Braden Points got the only goal in the first from Kuch and Getzel. Arvid Soderblom, 30 of 31, has been terrific for the Blackhawks. And the Islanders have a 2-1 lead on the Avs. Islanders have been playing better lately, but the Avs, you know what, for me at least, and we'll talk about this more with Cooper on Saturday. I know he's been busy traveling and all that stuff too, but I do think it's going to take the Avs 5 or 6 games for an adjustment for Marty Majors at least, because losing Nico Rantanen can't be easy. They're down 2-1 in the third with tons of time, half the period to go. So Alex Ovechkin now loses it to Hanley Coronado on his back skate. Rasmus Anderson toward Thompson. He had to juggle it 3 times, and somebody's getting pushed by Tom Wilson and Chychrun. A little bit too high there against Blake Coleman, I think, with a couple of those sticks. Got to be careful there around the neck. Didn't like that too much. As Coronado made a nice play, backhanded lift, and Coleman's doing his job. I mean, he's going right at the net trying to pursue a rebound. I understand that TVR and Strome and Chychrun, Wilson want to get in the face there of Coleman, but he got cross-checked in the front of the neck and in the back. A little bit too much there from the Caps for me. 4:44 left to go in the first. The shots on goal are 9-4 Calgary, but PLD off the turnover from Uyghur. Again, that's what we profiled early. That was in the first 2 minutes. That's the only goal the Caps have. This has been a really good period for Calgary, though, nonetheless. Not a lot to speak of for the Caps. It's another face-off win for Calgary. Kuzmenko now into the left side red line. Kuzmenko will take this one to Bean, but he can't hold it. He's got to get back, though. Send this one now. Rolling puck will go back to his defense. Majapani now tried to at least lurk for the steal. The Caps will get it, so this will be unforced there as Bean now able to get this one the other way. Kuz will go ahead and take this pass a little bit too far for Uyghur, and this could spring Majapani. Here's a wrist. This one goes off the post. Man, oh man, that would have been a self-inflicted turnover by the Flames. It would have been 2. Caps could have taken advantage of both of those. It's really the only ones they've gotten are the ones that the Flames have made on mistakes. As Kadri now off the change. And this will be sent in. This did gain the red, so Bean will take his pass. It's a good one. And the backhand for Huberdeau to Peltier. Peltier skates in. Peltier between his legs. Now work his way and behind the mesh of Thompson. The Caps will steal. Kadri now on the forecheck has got some fresh legs. as this will be pushed to the far boards. Handling out from Rasmus Anderson. To the left side, red line Peltier. This is a bouncing puck off a couple of players, and it'll be off sides against Calgary.
Canada's largest personal injury firm, Diamond and Diamond, because there's nothing tougher than a diamond.
Cross-ice pass, McMichael, Weaver can't handle it now, nicked down on the off wing. Keep in mind, he's their fourth-line center. He has 10 goals on the season. He's a valuable player for the Capitals. Great tackle right off the crossbar. Up the draw, catch there with a puck. Lapka.
Spinning on edge, settle down there.
Spinning puck too far for Lars Eller as we check back in with 3:10 left to go on the first. Matt Roy will get this one as the Caps again. We'll try to go left to right in this period. Still nursing a 1-0 lead. Eller slowly and around the corner as Ryan Lomberg now tries to give chase. This will be dropped to Klapka right to Lomberg. Takes a hit. He's a one tough SOB, Ryan Lomberg, and that's the best thing you can say about him. He pretty much does everything whatever a coach would ask for, and that's a dream. Even if Daryl Sutter was still coaching, Ryan Lomberg would be a guy he would definitely throw out every single time. Pass too far for Ethan Frank and Ovi, as this is intercepted by Mackenzie Weegar. Wrister. He tried to snipe the top right. He didn't miss it by a lot. He didn't have a lot of space to shoot nonetheless. Coleman now has to throw it around the inboards, and the Flames just go for a change as Backlund now will try to get chase. Flames try to force a steal. They'll do so. Work on the backhand now, Coronado. And now Backlund, a couple of stick chops, being able to steal. Now to Backlund. He throws it back to the defense instead. Coleman gets blocked a couple times. The backers out in front of Logan Thompson made the first save. Now Bean. Oh, we couldn't hold it there. The left side blue line as Bean will have to start this one again. His pass way too far. And now this gets cleared into the players' bench by the Caps. 2:02 left to go on the first.
Chychrun is arguing the call, but I don't think there was any.
I don't know if there's going to be a penalty here, but there might be. Looks like Alex Ovechkin is going to go to the box. Maybe they're just going to have him serve unintentionally here. So Coleman, it's Coronado that gets the backhand off on this camera look, and then a couple of blocks. They didn't throw it to the left side dot, which they should have. They went through back, which allowed Washington to intercept. And then what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too many men on the ice. So that's the penalty that's going to go against the Caps. And Spencer Carbery said, hey, nobody touched it. Well, they were on the ice too long, and the Zebras had to call it. So too many men. This is 2:02 in the first, right at 2 minutes. So pretty much a power play the whole way for the rest of the first here for the Flames. This would be a nice way to cap in the first if they could score. We'll do the draw again as Kadri was knocked down to his knees. The Flames have been pretty good in the circles as well. There really hasn't been a thing they haven't done well. If not for that Weegar turnover, this has been a good period for the Flames. Sharangovich will take this one. Kadri got brushed out of the circle, and the Caps will flip this one all the way down. Dustin Wolf's going to stop it and leave it for Mackenzie Weegar. 4 of 10 in the last 4 games, so about 40% of the Flames power play. That's not normally their strength, so that's definitely good to see. Kadri find the entry near the right side. One more pass. Huberdeau, great space to shoot. He does not. Here is Kadri as they run their offense. Weegar high slot. Kadri between the dots. He shoots. That was a lot of traffic out in front, but Logan Thompson made that look way too easy with his glove hand. Again, when you talk about Logan Thompson's numbers, these are astronomical, and make sure you're sitting down. 209 goals against, 925 save percentage, 2 shutouts. He's 22-2-3 on the season. And he already got a $31 million extension for 6 years at a 5.8 cap hit. That's a perfect number. He was still working pretty much the league goalie minimum. I think the Caps are happy with that. 17 of 18 of the Caps penalty kill in the last 8. Kadri wins it. Now to Mackenzie Weegar, high slot, left side blue line. Kadri occupies that same space. Left side red line now, Huberdeau. Back to Kadri. It's been Mackenzie Weegar, not a Nazem. Nazem, wrist serve is deflected, and we'll get another offensive zone draw with 1:18 left in the first.
put Chychrun on that right flank. He had a lot of success there last year, John.
OT63 says, Caps, Caps, Caps. You would, my friend. Alongside of it, great season. And if you're still in there, I have to ask you, did you expect it to be this good? Kadri against Dowd. Wins it again. Weegar, high slot, extra pass across to the right dot. It's deflected. Now Huberdeau tries to find it, gives it back to Weegar. One more for Nazem. Now McKenzie. Fake slap pass, Sharangovich. Too far for Mackenzie Weegar to play to the carom. And now Dustin Wolf will send this one back. Shots on goal are 12-4. Calgary as Mackenzie Weegar. We'll get this now for Igor Sharangovich. Kuzmenko, I think offside, and then you got a little bit of the hook at the end of the play. 48.6. As they keep showing the offensive zone draws, this time an aerial view of Nazem Kadri just pulling it straight back, and then right near the bumper, high slot, go to the right side, take a slap pass, move it around, try to get the defense to open up, while the Caps are having a passive box strategy that a lot of teams do. Blake Coleman will take this draw, and he does win it, as this one will get sent in deep. Now Backlund will have to give chase. Coleman now, power play unit number 2 here for Ryan Huska, as this will go to the right side dot. What will the Flames do here is Kuzmenko play this one off the bumper. Kuzmenko back to his defense, just keeps it in. There's a slap for Raz that caught the maybe Coleman, maybe also a piece of Logan Thompson's mask at 90-mile-an-hour slappers. Logan Thompson looks unbothered. Again, whether it's VGK or Caps, Logan Thompson looking as cool as a cucumber back there in between the mesh as he usually is. But Rasmus Anderson gets set up with a absolute slam, and this might have hit the stick of Coleman and maybe Thompson. So 22 seconds left to go in the Flames power play. Backlund lost his stick, couldn't play it. This one gets sent back down the ice for Dustin Wolf. Tyson Barrie now had to be careful. This will loop around his own net. Flames got one more rush. Here is Coleman. Coleman lead for Backlund. Backlund tried to fire it at the net, blocked by Wilson. Here's Tyson Barrie shooting. Chance! This is right at the doorstep, and the light goes off. I think Logan Thompson made the save, and that is how we're going to end the first period. Rasmus Anderson right at the doorstep of the crease, and Logan Thompson recognizes it, makes the save, and that ends the first period. But that was a whale of a first for the Flames. Tyson Barrie fires it right at the end before the buzzer. Rasmus Anderson there, and the light goes off to signify the end of the first. If it wasn't for that turnover, this would be a 0-0 game. But I do think the Flames need to find another, or the Caps need to find another gear, because Calgary was all over them in that first. Logan Thompson was brilliant, as he's been all year. So as we end the first, it's 1-0 Washington, with the shot board heavily favoring the Flames. Come right back. We'll call the second.
We sat down to Ron Leslie between the benches and his guest Tyson there.
Thank you, John. Tyson, John, I guess how did the first 20 feel? It's been a while, but it probably looked as though you never skipped a beat.
Yeah, it felt great. I definitely glad I went back playing some games, but this might not be the case. So it's nice to get back into game action, and obviously it's a really good team, so it's a lot of fun.
Looked as though your group really found another gear as this period went on, right? You were pushing the tempo. Getting some chances. Of course, you on that power play you saw that.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, obviously, the way the teams have played all year is just kind of grinding teams down and sticking to our game plan. I think we did a good job at the second half, and we're frustrated to play against. And yeah, it's really nice to be back on the power play and snapping around with those guys, and hopefully we get one.
It's good to see you back. Thanks so much for doing this. And when we come back, Eric Francis.
So shots on goal, 13-5 for Calgary hits. Not too physical. Again, nothing bombastic as far as the hits, but good puck battles in the corner nonetheless against the board, as you would expect off some holds. Washington 6-5 there. And face-offs 11-9 for Calgary.
hydration a day keeps very dry skin away. Reduces severe dryness. Starting with the shower.
And no power plays, with the exception of the Calgary's that just ended for the too many men on the ice.
Four nations facing on. I still believe in yours. The red, white, and blue.
So first 2 minutes, Protas beats the icing and Uyghur in the middle. The PLD turns it over off the backhand. He snipes in the slot. The Caps are up 1-0. They hunt pucks at 16:09. Lomberg denied on a breakaway through the neutral zone. Huberdeau and Sandin. Sandin falls. Huberdeau sets up Kadri for a break. He gets denied 5-hole by Thompson. Caps are going for some seam passes, and the Flames' defense has been solid. Cross-ice pass from Coos. Hits the bar the other way from Washington off the turnover. Chance at the end of the period as Barry sends a shot at the net. At the end of the power play, Anderson denied by the clock. Thompson helped beat the buzzer. 13-5 Calgary shot board, 6-5 hits. Washington 11-9 Calgary faceoffs. Again, 0 for 1. Too many men on the ice for Washington. Calgary on the power play. Washington does not have one after one. And then there's your reset.
Car insurance made easy. Get more with Geico.
So not a lot to type as far as goals and everything else. This is the type of games that you would expect alongside the Caps. They don't give up much. And again, I'm going to say it this way, and I know it sounds wrong and everything else with the record. Not impressive, Caps. But yet, it doesn't matter. They are ahead. That's a lot of the times it looks, but I've covered them now. This will be the second time. I've watched them about 4 or 5 times in full. And every game that I've watched them, you can bleed out 1-0s, 2-1s, and win games because that's how you should win games. But I don't see them killing teams either. That's not the way it plays with Spencer Carbery's squad, but they're beatable if you get a chance to push them out ahead. But it's just Logan Thompson who really kind of saves that bacon. That's what I'm seeing at least. Not saying Spencer Carbery has done a great job and they have made the right moves because they're a fantastic team. They're tied with the Jets, the best record in the NHL. But still wonder when they get in the postseason what they're going to look like. Because until you start beating teams by multiple goals, at least by enough, you just don't know.
I know they're trailing 1-0. They had the majority of the play alongside Justin Bourne. Justin, what did you make of what you saw from the Saints?
I think if you play like that, you win a lot of hockey games. They forecheck really hard, which is something they're excellent at. And, Logan Thompson doing pretty well this year and on the other side. So just got to find.
We can take a look at the final 4:48 in between the Avalanche and Islanders. It's ESPN only dip. That's what I'm watching anyway to cover these games here nonetheless. Got a little cheaper before Black Friday pricing. And now Colorado has just scored another one. So that updated my box. It was a 4:48. Colorado was down 3-2 against the Islanders in Long Island. So our featured game Caps up 1-0 courtesy of PLD. The Sabres do get another one, 7-2 winners over the Bruins. That does help the Red Wings. What also helps the Red Wings too is the Canadiens lost and the Lightning lost. So perfect night for the Red Wings. Rangers lose 2, 4-0 to the Hurricanes. So that could not go any better for my team. Will be in action on Thursday when I cover them against the best team, one of the best teams. I'd probably say the best team right now on the Edmonton Oilers, who just got Connor McDavid back. Igor Shesterkin, 22-26 in the loss. Freddie Anderson, 22-22. Canes get goals from Svechnikov twice. Sebastian Aho and Seth Jarvis. Mikko Rantanen did get one apple today. Jets again smash the Canadiens at the Bell Center. Yuri Slafkovsky opens the scoring, but man, oh man, how good is the Commerce, Michigan native Kyle Connor? Maybe I shouldn't say Commerce because I know that's Connor Hellebuyck. I'd have to look at that again, but since I'm curious and I got time, I'll make sure that's correct. Clinton, Michigan for Kyle Connor. Commerce for Connor Hellebuyck. But how good has Kyle Connor been? A couple more goals for the former U of M standout. He's got 29 on the year. Mark Scheifele's got 29. Rasmus Kupari's got his fourth. The former LA King from Ehlers and Cole Perfetti. Good to see Perfetti back and healthy. Montembeault 20 of 23. Hellebuyck 24 of 25. Another elite night for him. What else is new? Blackhawks, Teuvo Teravainen, one more on the empty netter from Jason Dickinson. Jonas Johansson, rough night for him, 16 and 19. But Auburn Soderblom, perfect, 34-35, about as good as it gets. Only gave up the one goal in the first from Braden Point. That was it. We're watching the Avalanche and the Islanders before we get started into our second period of the Caps and the Flames. So I hope you guys are having a good one. And if you're just catching it anyway, I will be back on Thursday.
It's been an action-packed third period. They have the Islanders up 3-2. Started with Holmstrom with the goal. But that was the disallowed goal for Vezina. Jury's in front of that for goaltender interference. Holmbeck made it 3-1. And then it was Drury off the bench. Perfect pass from Natchez. By Sorokin. 3-2 with 3 minutes left.
The 73-foot tape-to-tape pass to that man, Jack Drury, the young 24-year-old.
So Natchez and Drury scores. Natchez gets the assist, so the Carolina teammates right at home here against Colorado. Trey Lehkonen had the 1-1 goal, but it's 3-2. Horvat has the latest, his 18th, as we're getting a live look in here before we get to the second period of our game. So the only drawback, and I will take this because I got all the other luck in the world, I would hope that the Islanders win for Cooper Hopkins, because this would be big for Colorado to not pick up any points just in case the Flames do.
They are certainly outmatched off the TV timeout, looking very well rested to play the rest of the way here. Either high 2-man for 150-ish, probably ideally. Moving down the bench a little bit.
So this should be all updated in the standings. Red Wings 50 games, Tampa 49. Tampa's still a game in hand, but the Red Wings only 2 points back of them. Boston doesn't pick up any points either, as we said. Red Wings got 2 games in hand of them. They're 3 points up on Detroit. The Rangers don't get anything. They stay at 50 right with Detroit, and so with the Canadiens. So Detroit's right where they want to be. They have games in hand of Boston. Really, Tampa's the only one that has a game in hand of them. Everyone else is right where the Red Wings are. So it's an opportunity for Detroit to make the postseason. You got 82 games in the season. You got 32 left, and they're 2 points away from a spot. I mean, we could get an opportunity. I'd be so excited for Cooper and myself if the Flames get back in the postseason. Long shot goes in for the Islanders. And I don't think the Avalanche are getting anything. Romanov scores right off the draw. It beats Mackenzie Blackwood, and it's a 4-2 lead now for the Islanders on Colorado. I'm going to get back in my point in a second. So let's see. So standard faceoff win, shot tipped. It might have been tipped. So Romanov lets it go. It either goes through the body of Cizikas or Cizikas tips it. But I think it's going to be Romanov's goal. Alexander Romanov, the second of the season, second straight game with a goal. So good for the Islanders. They will improve to 51 points with 49 games. They have a game in hand. And again, if they get to 53, it'll be the same as the Wings. So no pain there. Colorado would have to stay right at 60 points. And even if the Flames lose, they'd still be a point ahead with the same amount of games of Vancouver. But the way that they played that first, I do think they can beat the Caps tonight. So Colorado right now has 5 on the ice in this neutral zone draw. Colorado is now going to pull Mackenzie Blackwood. Devin Tays for Cale Makar. 2 minutes left, and Colorado's down by 2 on Long Island against the New York Islanders. This will be sent in. Drouin now will try to give chase alongside with Natchez. Will be covering Colorado on Thursday next week against the Flames. Devin Tays. McKinnon. Like the slap pass, McKinnon lets it go now. Blocked out in front. This one goes up high, stays in play. And McKinnon will get this down the other right bumper. Marty Natchez. Slowly now for Devin Tays. Kel Makar high slot. Makar now for Natchez to the left side dot. It's Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon right to the right side off the body. Lehkonen. This one goes up high and his head up to the sky as this will be sent back down. JG Pageau race for the puck. Islanders put it in, and that's the game. 5-2. Score the empty netter. They take down the Avs. Holmstrom scores the goal. We'll flip over. So Colorado, they're going to get denied points. The Islanders have played better lately, and that's a huge win against the Avs. So I hope you enjoyed that live look-in.
Probably getting scored on. Wicked one-timer. I ate several of those. Quick story. I'll make it very quick. I hit him once early in his career. Played with Nolan Pratt, my partner. He used to dump it in his corner. Never go touch him. Every chance he got. Record pace goal number 6. Oh boy. You know, it's interesting talking to the players in the room today. You know, this is a player who's chasing a very individual record, the holy grail of hockey records. And it's a very, you know, there's a borderline possibility that it could be a very selfish endeavor. But all the guys in that room, from Mangiapane to Tom Wilson, you talk to Logan Thompson, I spoke to all of them today, the coach, and they say the team is thriving on this. Every city they go in right now, wherever Alex goes, he is given rock star stats. Scores go up no matter where he is, whatever restaurant, whatever city, and the team is embracing it. This could be something that could hurt a team instead. This is a team that everybody's talking about in the National Hockey League. That's, you know, the biggest shocker. And a large part of it is because of the leadership of Ovi.
Well, listen, we're a little bit up against it timing-wise, but we still want to talk about Chopper out. You know, we'll get to that in the second intermission. Obviously, a touching moment at his funeral to attend, but we'll get into that afterwards. We're getting the second period coming your way, so we'll step aside. Capitals and Flames, it's a 1-0 Washington lead after 20.
So we got one more break, and then we're going to be starting the second period. It's been a good game so far. I'm glad we covered this one.
Imagine yourself not having a decent pair of shoes, socks, or a long coat. Subaru and retailers have provided critical items like these to nearly 900,000 people in urgent need. Subaru, more than a car company.
Lowe's knows when you're a member, you're a big deal because members can save up to 40% on hundreds of items in-store and online during My Lowe's Rewards Week starting January 30th. Join for free today and save big because you're a big deal.
Mr. Campbell, I remember I left something in the bathroom. Deuces. Parker out.
There we go again.
And I'm super that back.
Nice of you to join us, Mr. Parker. See me after class.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful.
Hi, this is Natalia, and this is Elsa, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A grilled spicy deluxe sandwich is that spicy kick.
I really like the marinated chicken breast because the spice comes in at just the right moment. Probably won't check it out. A little thing I love is that cilantro lime sauce. It's a fun blend of zesty and bold. It's highlighting the flavors in the chicken. That's what really makes me happy. Are you gonna eat all your fries?
Real guests pay for their testimonials.
Socks, underwear, and t-shirts are the most requested items in homeless shelters. Bombas was founded to help. So for everyone you buy, we donate. One purchase, one donated. It's a tangible act of kindness for those who need it most. Distributed by 3,500 giving partners across all 50 states. And with 140 million donations and counting, the impact is real. Visit bombas.com and get 20% off your first order.
In League One volleyball, teams.
Logan Thompson his new contract. Calgary Buffalo has had quite a road to get here. When you look him up on Hockey TV, you think about the journey. First, so it stops in the Western Hockey League, and then almost at Brock University South, where he was a member of the Badger squad, and the East Coast Hockey League, including South Carolina.
So we get ready for the second period. It's still 1-0 PLD, courtesy of the Washington Caps. Even though the Flames played very well, they were profiling Ryan Wesley Logan Thompson. Looking at his hockey DB profile, he's been all over with the Henderson Silver Knights, alongside Golden Knights, the Caps, and mixing all across. And now he's got that big 6-year deal inked at a very good money count for the Caps as well. And only if not for Connor Hellebuyck, he's the best goaltender in the NHL. It really has been that good. At 22 wins on the season. Again, we look at it in the mix. I'm just going to bring this again. 22-2-3 with a 209, 925, and a pair of shutouts. It just does not get much better than that. So we'll start the second. This one now picked up by the Caps. Connor McMichael. We'll just send this one into the corner. Protas now to the right side. Protas off the spin, still with it. We'll get this back to the D. Carbery, recipient of the cross pass. As this goes left side. PLD gets denied. And off the lift, PLD will get the steal again. Huberdeau trying to turn around and find it. This goes across the flaming sea. It's coughed up for a moment to Kadri and then brushed down the other way. This is Dustin Wolf. We'll go ahead and send this one. It got deflected, so it's not iced. And Jake Bean will now take this left to right as you got the sea of red jerseys here for Calgary and a home of the gold and white striping. And then the Caps will be going right to left with the whites, red, and blue pants. Rasmus Anderson now for Mangiapane. Two of the best friends. That was a good pickup there for Mangiapane to almost get a steal off Rasmus Anderson. That allowed Dowd to slam this one in the corner. This will be kept in. Rasmus Sandin will do the same. John Carlson off the pinch against the left side wall. And this is too far for Domain. Can't hold. And now off the back skate. Caps will have to start again as the Flames will have a fresh change. John Carlson will spin this one back. And Sandin, former Leaf, start this one again. Again, it was a small pickup there for Washington, but he's been quite well. You've had Jakob Chychrun, who was a big one. Logan Thompson, who was added to smart for Charlie Lindgren as they moved on from Darcy Kemper. Everything that they've done is right. They've added everything into it. Ovechkin's still chasing for history. He's going to break the record of Wayne Gretzky for the most goals. And Caps have had a dream season. The question is, how far will they go in the playoffs? Because they're pretty much a lock for a playoff team. Dowd. Here's a wrister. This one will be blocked before it ever hits Wolf. Again, the Flames defense has been terrific in this game, but they're down 1-0. This one toward the right side, Marty Pospisil. One-handed, drive to the net. He lost it for a moment. I don't know if he liked the pass or just couldn't get the handle on the shot. Kuzmenko will take this one D to D. Kept on the outside now. And off the spin, Kuz still trying to battle against the boards. Good work as he holds his man. This is Ryan Lombard, but pass too far. And this will be settled back down for Mackenzie Weegar. First goal in 26 games Saturday versus the Wild for Marty. Lombard's shot. This will be held right in the stomach. Thompson with the glove hand. See if the Flames can win another ozone draw. This time they can't. And Tyson Barrie is going to be the last one back. A lot of speed is being expended here for the Caps. Ethan Frank will send this around here for Lars Eller. He'll be a slapper. Big save. Wolf, there's a rebound, but he gobbles it up nonetheless. A lot of traffic there as Ethan Frank was out in front, but Tyson Barrie and alongside able to make that save. And I think Dustin Wolf also has a picture of Post Malone on his mask, if that's what I saw correctly. I'll have to ask Cooper Hopkins about that if Dustin Wolf does play on that Saturday game against the Red Wings. I think he might. I think Dan Vladar might play against Seattle on Sunday when they have their back-to-back. So Faravari getting the camera shot. Ozone draw here. Lars Eller going to try to take it. Caps do win it. Here's another wrister. This one gets slammed against the boards. Faravari try to get the puck retrieval. As this goes in around the end boards, Ryan Lomberg gets the steal nicely. Lomberg trying to push this one ahead, and the Caps keep it in. They've got numbers. Faravari off the drop. Good save, Wolf with the left pad as this one is handed down. Lars Eller off the spin, and the Flames will able to at least get this to neutral as Dustin Wolf kind of saved their bacon there. This will be sent in off the chopper. Ethan Frank, Barrie being held, and allows an opportunity here for Clark Bishop to get this puck ahead of Adam Klopka. Loses it for a moment. Clark Bishop finishes his hit on Protas. Connor McMichael pinned against the boards. Protas now trying to emerge with it. And now Bishop can't get around him. He's got a physical presence. Rasmus Sandin on his back skate just holds the line. Works near the right dot, shoots. He missed the net. All of it was open. I mean, the whole left side was open as Dustin Wolf was sliding over near the right post as they're showing some camera shots now of Ryan Lomberg. And nice work to keep that one in for Roy. Just a battle in across that blue line side that gave the Caps a chance for Faravari, if not for the glove hand / blocker of Dustin Wolf. His 400 career game on January 8th against the Canucks. So he's already hit that milestone, and it's safe to say Matt Roy is going to get to 500. Thought he would still be a member of the LA Kings, but the Caps pick him up too. That's a good one. Coronado got some speed on a backhand toward the cage. This is the Flames now. Here's a wrister. Deflected. This one gets tipped wide. John Carlson now will emerge. Faravari gets through a step through. Flames try to keep it in as Backlund puts this around the inboards. Here's a wanting pass, but the Flames are not there. And Ovechkin. We'll send this one in for Tom Olsen. Inside out. Hanley gets there first. He gets hit. Reverse hit knocks him down. He pops up back to his feet as TDR gets around Coleman. Trevor Van Riemsdyk now picked off by Coleman. Coleman's pass. Coronado. Good stick handle. Coronado will take a little sauce right to TDR. Washington, bad change. Calgary. Majapani. Good back skate. Mackenzie Weegar. He might have given up one goal, but he saved one there. Chychrun now to the right side. Dowd as this goes in off the bend boards. Back and behind the net now are the Caps. As Calgary could have given up their second goal. Backlund will work on his backhand. Jonathan Huberdeau. I'm not sure where he was going, as this is a touch pass now. Onside is Peltier. He'll spin. He needs some reinforcements, though. High side, Pahal shoots. He missed everything and hit the netting. 14:28 in the second. So Mackenzie Weegar off the bad line change. He stopped the former teammate Andrew Mangiapane scoring a goal, making it 2-0. Game one of a 3-game homestand. 4-2-2 are the Flames the last time through around. So that could mean good things here, and this would be a huge win if they can get it against the Caps. They've played well Caps now starting to find some footing in the second period. I feel like they had to. Maybe a little easing in for a team as good as they are, pacing themselves. So Domain against Kadri, wins it clean. Pahal, slapper. This one catches the inboards. Tyson Barrie now will pinch, keep it in. Now for Nazem Kadri off the wrap. He gets denied with the right side of the leg for Logan Thompson. Tyson Barrie one more time. Kadri stays on his feet as Dowd will try to locate Kadri in between some skate plates. He finds it. Here is Pahal. Does not shoot. Huberdeau does. This one gets deflected. Now not kept in. Pahal was last man back just in case. I think that's probably the right call, as Nazem Kadri in his own end will spin in between the dots on the left now, and he will push his way forward. Kadri off the drop, lead for Peltier, who's wide open, softly put into the corner. Kadri now trying to win another puck battle. He will. Rasmus Anderson pass goes right through the legs of one of the Flames to go D to D, and now Protas will go ahead and get this one ahead for Connor McMichael. He gets pinned against the boards. Faravari trying to join in and help. Loose puck. Pospisil gets it away from Faravari. Sends it all the way down to Sharon Govich. So Ryan Uska's squad can get some changes. Good skate there for Sharon Govich. Shows a lot of people in his face. As this is now right up the middle. Sharon Govich loses it for a moment. Thompson, big save. Sharon Govich gets tied up. Allows Thompson to recover. Now toward the right side. Uyghur. One more pass. Coos. This is deflected off the stick of Sharon Govich. And up and out of play. 12:58 left to go in the second. We will take a commercial break.
I recommend one application a day keeps very dry skin alive. Reduces severe dryness. Starting in the shower with La Roche-Posay cleansing oil.
So mom sent a prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't. All mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and then get delivered right to her door.
We'll be back. Emus can't help people customize and save hundreds on cars.
So we go through pretty much all the scores here. We're going to give you some live coverage. The Islanders do win 5-2. They score 4 on the Avalanche in the third. So the Red Wings, the only team that gained any points would be the Sabres and the Islanders. And that's inconsequential at this point because the Rangers lost, Lightning lost, Canadians lost, Bruins lost, all in regulation. And Red Wings have games in hand of everybody or tied with the exception of the Bolts, with just 1. Ducks and Kraken tied at 1. Stars and Golden Knights. Golden Knights have a 2-1 lead at T-Mobile over the Dallas Stars with 13:07 in the first. Jack Eichel from Barbashev and Stone. Tomas Hertl is 19th from Nick Hague. Maverick Bork is 6th from Duchesne and Miro Heiskanen. Aiden Hill 2 of 3. Jake Ottinger 1 of 3. So some nice comments. Ryan Huska is finding a way to win games for us. He makes it look easy, gives us a lot of confidence between Blake Coleman and Kenzie Uyghur. That's all on Dustin Wolf. And I think that's all well said. He's just getting his career going. He's still a youngster. And if he keeps playing this way, he's the future of this Flames franchise. You think about Mika Kiprasov, and I know that Cooper would know that name a lot better than I do, but we know how good he was in a Flames uniform. And if Dustin Wolf can do that, if you got Jacob Markstrom can do that, then you're in really good shape. As this one will go for a far side shot that hits the netting up and on a play from Jake Bean. Shots are still 16-9 for the Flames here as we're getting later into this second period. Let me give you a look at the score clock, 12:33 in that second. And I have to say it this way, in a sense of a team that's up 1-0 and the Caps and PLD off the Uyghur gaff, but it's the Flames who have played much better here, and they're really showing an impressive effort. and I want to see what ends up happening. I mean, the Caps win. The Caps win. You take the wins you can get. But they've been getting outplayed. This has been a better second period for Washington, and they're still ahead. But these are the types of games that you see Washington play. Again, they don't really blow teams out. The Calgary Flames don't do that either. They rely on their goaltending. Logan Thompson's been terrific. Their defense is good. Everything they've add's been good. The chase is excellent. It's a great story, but it's just interesting the way that they get the job done, but you can't argue with the results. Uyghur lost the puck for a moment. This one will be a long flip. Kuzmenko now will go ahead and try to get chase, and the Flames will pick it up. Marty Pospisil now, one-handed against the corner from Lars Eller. This is Kuzmenko. Sharangovich, he got bodied up, could not get the shot off, but he does get the puck back as Kuzmenko got taken down. He's slow to get up, and now this will be sent the other way from about 50 feet. Race for the puck, goes right to the Caps, and a shot off Ethan Frank is stopped there from Dustin Wolf. The other way now, Matthew Coronado's shot hits the glass. Kept in by the Flames, Coronado trying to race to it now to the right side boards. He'll get there off the spin. Eller is right there to meet him. This will be chipped in nicely off the glass, and Rasmus Andersson, the Swedish defenseman, will settle this one down. This will be Backlund. Let this going across the red line for TVR. They'll get the intercept. They'll play this in off the embankment. And the Caps try to take it right to left. Strome. Here is Frank now alongside Radish. This one goes for Backlund. Backlund now on his backhand will send this one ahead. Picked off now for Fehervary. Pahal will try to re-get this one again as he'll finish his hit, does Pahal. And now Dylan Strome from Wilson. Goes in the corner. This is Ovechkin. Here's a soft pass toward the right side dot. Dylan Strome doesn't shoot. Gives it back to the defensive Matt Roy. Strome. Tom Wilson. Backing around the end boards. Ovechkin is denied any puck possession. This is Strome. Just keeps it in at the blue. Jakob Chychrun walks in. Shoots missed it all. And Ovechkin tries to play it off the backboards. Chychrun now back to his defense. And Matt Roy back to Jakob. Good pin. Here is Backlund. Send this one down. Picked up by Coronado. Coronado slowly around the inboards has to pay the price for it. Take a couple of hits. 10:05 left to go in the second as we're almost halfway through regulation. Still 1-0 Washington. This now will be on the blue line here for Strome, who's still out there. Fehervary. Now Connor McMichael as they'll go ahead with the rest of their line one now. Protas. We'll send this in a couple of Hershey Bears. And on the left side, red line, PLD. Here is Huberdeau. Blind pass works out. Nazem Kadri toward the right side boards. Backhanded. Worked his way. One-handed. Still with it around the net. Takes it D to D. Nazem Kadri. Long shot. Deflected. Rebound. Loose out in front. And a stick lift allows it to where Logan Thompson doesn't have to make a save. Connor McMichael now. Off the drop. Here's Protas. Protas. Short side, stopped by Wolf. That was a really good skate for Nazem Kadri, trying to get anything that he could out in front, and it was lifted out in front. Flames got close. Kuzmenko was taken down, no call. 9:21 in the second.
When I was younger, my calling was to play football. But as I grew older, I realized life isn't about how many people you can knock down. It's about how many people you can lift up. At Ram, our calling is to build game-changing trust. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering.
It's scholarship time. Right now, more qualified current FCA employee lessees can lease the 2025 Ram 15-year Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for $289 a month.
These people have been hoarding the financial advantages for far too long. Unaware that Robinhood Gold members now enjoy VIP treatment. The 3% IRA match on retirement contribution. Once they discover their privileges are no longer exclusive, their fragile reality will plunge into disarray.
So still on the commercial break past the halfway point of regulation, still 1-0 PLD in the Washington Caps. Seattle has just taken the lead on Anaheim. Seattle's going to really have to get on a run if they want to go ahead and make the playoffs. Mitchell Stevens scores his first from Alexei and Ty Cartier, and Ellie Tolvanen from Brandon Montour answers the Troy Terry goal from Ryan Strome and Frank Petrano, the rifle, at 123. Philip Grubauer, 2 of 3, and Lucas Stolstall, 1 of 3. He's got that Jake Ottinger save line right now.
Years old, signed a 6-year extension yesterday. And it's really great to see Logan with all the success he's had continue to work hard, and he's earned it. Carbery yesterday was talking about the contract.
So offensive zone draw here for the Washington Caps. They can't win it. This goes up against the corner. Sandin gets brushed off a hit. PLD toward the right side, and this one is lifted high and off the mesh. 9-11 left to go in the second. I didn't want to get any goal calls there because I wasn't sure. That shot goes up high. We're going to bounce off of Joel Hanley. And PLD with a shot. This one, I think a stick got in the way. And that was good work there by Hanley with a reach out just to deny Protas a goal scoring opportunity. Nazem Kadri on his backhand. Erasmus Sanderson slowly around the inboards. Good long flip. Pelchier able to pick this one off and across the flaming sea. All the Flames can do is chop at it. Huberdeau between his legs. It took 3 people to dispossess him of the puck there, so good work there for Jonathan. Toward the right side, trying to maybe shovel a backhand. Flames are there. Rasmus Anderson got to settle it down. The Caps defense all over them for the moment as this is played in behind the cage. This is in the corner now. Toward the left side blue line, Hanley, one more Kadri. Does not shoot. Huberdeau extra pass, look backdoor for him. Pelchier lost it off the stick lift, and Rasmus Sandin can't get it out. Flames will send this one back in. They're in the middle of a change nonetheless. So the Caps will get some puck possession with PLD, who's got the opening goal. Blake Coleman try to pressure him. Blake Coleman ended up getting a steal. Here's Uyghur off the tie-up. He lost it for a moment. This goes in off the inboards. Michael Backlund sent it out front for Coleman off a tip, saved Thompson. And this one on the backhand long lift. This will be played, I think, with a hand pass. 7:55 left to go in the second. Shot board is 16-11, and we might be getting a penalty. And I want to see what this is going to be on, if it's the Caps or the Flames. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure. As the Flames had puck possession, Kuzmenko was given the screen out in front of Logan Thompson. He wins the puck battle in the left side red line, and a cross pass right to Coleman, I think just went wide of the right post. Flames will get their second power play as PLD is going to sit in the box. This one unsportsmanlike against PLD, and I think it might be because Blake Coleman got that puck dispossessed on him and he got a little bit too handsy. So Calgary got their second power play. They get another offensive zone draw win. It's a good time to score if they can do it. Tyson Barrie. He's normally a power play quarterback specialist. He spent a lot of time with Edmonton and McDavid and Draisaitl. Here's a slapper, scores! Calgary does just that. The Blake Coleman, it ties this one up, and that's going to feel good because Blake Coleman drew the penalty, and then Blake Coleman scores it off the deflection. And we are tied at 1. So number 20 gets on the score sheet. So that didn't take long. It was about 20 seconds in, and the Flames' second penalty, a redirected shot from Blake Coleman to Tyson Barrie, ties this one up at 1. And I kept thinking the Flames have been playing so well, there's no way that they shouldn't at least be tied with the Washington Capitals. I don't think they've played their best game. Ovechkin now, blind back pass, intercepted now by Backlund. the Flames racing the other way. Rasmus Andersson joining in off the rush. He lost his glove. This now with the Flames high slot wrister. This is saved by Thompson, and the rebound underneath him is corralled too. As Blake Coleman was already back on the ice, surging for a second as he throws some F-bombs because he knew it was close. So good work there. In through the traffic, Tyson Barrie gets an extra pass back, shoots it through the seam, and Coleman just perfect positioning. He pushes Ferravari enough just to buy himself space to go right to the left post and then deflect that thing. I mean, he's got his head on a swivel. Tyson Barrie does too. That does not get any prettier alongside for the Flames to score that goal, as this one is tied at 1. So that's just excellent hard work and shift there for the Flames. That gets this one tied. There's 7:05 left to go in the second. I'm hopeful for Cooper Hopkins that they can go ahead and get this win, because who knows what's going to happen on Saturday. I keep talking about how the Flames should be beating the Red Wings and this and that, but our last few matchups, I think the Red Wings have won 3 of the last 4, and Cooper joined for 2 of those. I'm expecting to have this go the other way at some point, because I do think the Flames are a good hockey team. Even though it's by committee, once they get some other stars, you get Zane Parekh back there in a couple of years. This defense is going to grow. I really like what they're doing. I like what the Red Wings are doing. It's cool to see the two teams build at the same time. I know the Flames have a couple more stars with them that they can use around, but still, it's nice to see things going in the right direction. Craig Conroy has done a great job, and Spencer Carbery and the Washington organization has done a great job. They built with him from the Hershey Bears. So 2 really good teams that way. Protas, Chychrun, tip. Saved by Wolf with the left pad as Chychrun was joining the rush. Marty gets stick lifted. Look out here, John Carlson. And now Marty Pospisil back to go ahead and get the steal. A lot of hopeful passes I'm noticing for the Caps. Not a lot connecting. Kuzmenko strong, working his way in around Rasmus Sandin. This is pinched up, stolen by the Flames. Near the left side, needs some help. Rolling vulcanized rubber to Rasmus Andersson, but Chychrun in the corner. Jonathan Huberdeau misplays it for a moment. This is going to allow the Caps to go ahead and get this. Braden Pahal slam it in the corner. Here's Kadri. He gets tied up. He didn't have a lot of time to do much. And Rasmus Andersson off the spin. I don't know if he saw what was behind him as we get a stoppage with 5:30 in the second. So Flames tie it up. Blake Coleman with the redirect. It's 1-1. 5:30 left in the second.
Believe me, when it comes to investing, you'll love Carl's Way. Take a left here, please. But there's a Carl's Way is the best way.
Is it? At Schwab, how I choose to invest is up to me.
Exactly. I can invest in Carolina.
Yes, and I love to manage some investments for you too.
Let's go on, Sally. No, can do.
Look at there.
Where are you going?
Schwab. Schwab, I'm on our approach to
So let's take a look. It's Coleman on the power play from Barrie and Kuzmenko.
You've got 2 choices.
That evens it up here for the Flames.
Or open your eyes and get out here. There's only one vehicle lineup that embraces everything the cold has to offer. The official vehicles of winter. Jeep, there's only one. Right now during the Jeep Start Sunday new sales event, well-qualified receipts can lease the 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport for $307 a month. See your local Jeep Wrangler dealer today.
That's very,
Right?
This store doesn't have agent force, so an AI agent didn't tip off the stylist. That's what I might actually want.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a commitment.
Hey, bud. What do you think? No people can see you out here. Yeah, right.
Love you too. Agent Force helps retailers prevent fashion fails. It's what AI was meant to be.
Helping injured Albertans for nearly 50 years. Alberta born and bred. Legal law. The unicorn of injury law.
Remax Calgary Claims Foundation 60/40 drop is now at just about $119,000. You can head to 5050claims.com to get your tickets.
We're going to draw at center ice as we check back underneath the action here. 5:25 It's now 1-1. Blake Coleman just scored off a redirect and a tip in the power play from Tyson Berry's shot. Good save, Wolf. Ethan Frank now into the corner here as this is a whistle. 5:15, making the first penalty against the Flames. So this will be Washington's first power play, and we'll see who this is going to be on. In what for? Looks like Braden Pahal is going to get busted for a hook, and Washington will get their first power play. So Ethan Frank against the corner, and this is hook right up into the hands. No problem there, right in front of the Zebras. I got no problem with that as well. That's an easy penalty goal. And now the Capitals will go to the power play, where you get to see Ovechkin near the left face-off dot, slam one tees, or whatever they want to do. Again, this team is much more well-balanced. Carlson tip, rebound, save, Wolf bounced up in the air. And will the Flames get another penalty for playing this with the glove hand? 5:06 left to go in the second as Blake Coleman looks dejected. That's exactly what we're going to get. Blake Coleman tried to bat it out of the air to save Dustin Wolf, and now Blake Coleman's going to go to the box. It was just a hooking against Pahal, and now Blake Coleman, as it got bounced up in the air, he bats it out of the air. I think he stopped his glove hand on it, which you can't do. 5-on-3 here. So closing the hand on the puck for Blake Coleman. This is one hell of a development. And I do think at least Washington's going to find a way to make this 2-1 at the end of 2. This is a gift. And this is an opportunity now for Michael Backlund to win a draw. But it is Ovechkin. 5-on-3 power play for 1:45. Carlson. A lot of room to work with. Chychrun. Carlson. High slot. I mean very high slot is Ovechkin now. Right in the middle. Backhand. Nope. Scores. Right in there for Dylan Strome. And that was so easy. No chance with all the room. And Washington now has the lead.
Well, too much room up there for a 5-on-3. So much talent on the Capitals. And they're just going to use Ovechkin as a decoy. And Carlson is going to see Logan Thompson to the right. Full perfect position. And he has plenty of time now. The Sanderson can't come down low enough, quick enough. And Strome has plenty of time to go to his backhand and give the Capitals a 2-1 lead. That's the 47th point of the season. Fourth power play goal of the campaign. Let's get to this, and they'll rip it deep. Still a minute 37 remaining in the penalty.
So the power play time's not over. The 5-on-3 is, but it's 5-on-4. Strome from Carlson and Chychrun. That's about as easy as it gets. You knew the Caps were going to score there. Now racing up the middle of the slot. This one hits the netting from Carlson's chance. At 4:29 left to go in the second, so the score line's still where it was. It was 1-0 Caps. Now it's 2-1 after the 5-on-3. I mean, if Coleman, what's he going to do there? He doesn't want to close his hand on the puck, but chance you want to save your goaltender. Dustin Wolf can't make all those saves, and then Dustin Wolf's got no chance in the 5-on-3 there. That is just about as much room as you can get, about as easy as you can get for Dylan Strome. So the Caps regain the lead. Face-off won back by the Flames. It bobbled up. Dustin Wolf came back to him. He had to hold on to it. And now hopefully Calgary can take a couple extra breaths. That's what they're thinking is Backlund. This is way too hard. It went right to Wolf, who closed the 5-hole and thankfully made the save. Now, yesterday, I did see the goal where Larkin won the draw. It went back to Sider, and Sider put it in his own net past Talbot. And it happens in the EA game. It can't happen in real life. That happens way more in the game, though. Not realistic. As Backlund can't get to it. Again, 5-on-4 power play now after Strome scored the 5-on-3. Ovechkin's pass. This gets denied. Carlson slap for Ovechkin. And now Carlson toward the right side dot. This is Strome who scored on the backhand. He'll switch places toward the right side red line. Carlson, high slot. Carlson walks in, fakes the slapper, shoots. That one goes wide. Ovechkin can't keep it in, and that will work as a self-clear. 11 of 15 last 5 games for Calgary on the penalty kill. Almost really nothing they can do on the 5-on-3, but take it for what it is, a couple self-inflicted mistakes. That's how Washington's got both of their goals. I guess you can say they're opportunistic. Dylan Strome into the right side corner. Jakob Chychrun, rolling puck. This will be kept in. Smith Sandin sends it around the end boards toward the right side dot, working their way around the slot. Chychrun fires. This one's saved by Wolf. Chychrun now Rasmus Sandin, slapper, Ovechkin! And this one hits the netting. Man, oh man, he's still got all the power in the world behind that one. It still looks like a blur, but he missed it. 3:17 left to go in the second. If I told you that Ovechkin's taken thousands or tens of thousands of those near the left dot, I know you would say at this point I'm not exaggerating. He is about as pinpoint as it gets. So when he doesn't hit the net on those, you kind of wonder where it is. And at least for this, let me say this alongside for Spencer Carbery. I know Ovechkin, I'm not going to say decoy because he's got a ton of goals, but I love the way that they're not so one-dimensional on the power play now. For as much as I can say some things can be hit and miss, even though the team is so much better and the trades and all that have been great, they look a lot different on the power play, and I think that that's well because you have all 5 guys that are active, and that makes a lot of sense. Matt Roy, slapper, save with the left pad by Wolf, as this is now cleared down the ice. Blake Coleman gets out of the box. So the Capitals are able to score on one power play, but not both, and it's back to a 2-1 lead, courtesy of Dylan Strome. I know Blake Coleman a little bit upset with himself for closing the hand on the puck, or Mackenzie Weegar, as he throws out a little bit of a curse there too for turning it over, but a couple mistakes is all it takes for a team that's as good as Washington is, and that's why the score is what it is. It doesn't mean that the Flames haven't played well. They're still up 1 on the shot board, and again, largely they've been the better team, but those self-inflicted mistakes, those are the ones that bit them. D-zone draw. And the Flames have possession. Jake Bean able to get this one ahead. Seam pass right up the middle. And this is a glove save. Kadri able to one-hand it right toward the net. Logan Thompson will make the glove save with 2:51 in the second.
Keep doing something like this or playing like this, something good really going to happen for he and the Flames. He's been all around it, you're right.
Kadri now the no zone draw, as this will be picked up by Mazin. Take this off the bumper and saved by Thompson again. He had Huberdeau in front trying to provide a screen. With 2:45 left to go on the second, shot board should now read 20-18 for the Flames. If you're just joining me, it's a good one. Again, Blake Coleman scored off the redirect in this second period to make it a 1-1 game. If not before Dylan Strome on a 5-on-3 power play gave the Caps the lead again. PLD took advantage of the turnover from Mackenzie Weegar to open the score. As it's 2:30 left to go in the second, watching this one on Sportsnet, courtesy of ESPN Plus per usual, unless it's local with the Red Wings and Pistons. As this one's sent in now. Carbery now off the pitch toward the right side. And it's back to Rasmus Sandin toward the left side dot. Slowly send this around for former Flame Andrew Mangiapane. Toward the right side of the wall, Kuzmenko will give a little bit of a stick chop. Can't get it off the lift. Roy could shoot if he wants. Now he does. Wolf was way out of position. Friendly fire takes out one of the Caps. This is Rasmus Sandin. He got stunned. Kuzmenko! Oh, he missed the net. Toward the right side of the post off Kadri's tip attempt, and this can't stay in. 1:50 left to go. Rasmus Sandin slow to get to his feet. Finally gets to the bench. Braden Pahal now on his backhand turnaround for Nazem. Keeps it in. Tyson Barrie shoots to the traffic. This bounces right in front of Thompson. He's down. Marty Pospisil can't locate it. And this will be flipped back down the ice. Be blown dead against the Caps. Or not. They're going to say it was last touched by the Flames. So line changes abound. That was Braden Pahal. We'll start this one again. 1:20 left to go in the second. Here is Igor Sharangovich. Sharangovich wrister blocked. This will be on the right side boards. Lars Eller, Marty Pospisil, as the Flames have to find this again through the neutral zone. The Caps will just bank it like full ball style for Lars Eller. We'll send it in. Dustin Wolf will stop it. Rasmus Anderson off a long flip. This could break out Marty Pospisil. Logan Thompson said no, as Van Riemsdyk will push Marty with 53 seconds in the second. Hopefully Sportsnet shows the camera shot. See how Rasmus Sandin got shaken up. Ooh, hit him on the left of the inside of his leg. Rasmus Sandin, that one really hurt. He was laboring to get to the bench off of one skate with his right foot. And that shot for Kuzmenko just missed. He was going low for the right side of the bar, and then off the top of the bar and deflected out in front. We'll do the draw again. 53 seconds left to go in this middle frame shot where it's 22-18. Rasmus Sandin still getting some heavy breaths in there and holding on to that leg. Nothing broken, but there could be some raccoon shine or bruises on that one. Flames win another face-off. This is toward the right side dot, no crisscross. Here's a shot of the traffic where Rasmus Blake Coleman gets cross-checked again for Van Riemsdyk. And you know what? It would behoove Blake Coleman to keep doing whatever he's doing and try to make sure that the Caps get out of their own heads there, because PLD took a penalty and the Flames scored. You want to make sure you don't do any more of that. As this one, off the previous replay again, off the top of the bar, went through the middle of the crease, and Pelche got denied off a stick lift. 47 seconds thereabouts in this second. Tyson Barrie, 11:26 of ice time with an assist on that power play that made it 1-1. Not before Dylan Strome scored in a 5-on-3 backhand. So Backlund against Nick Dowd. And Dowd able to win this one again. He's a very good face-off seaman, usually a bottom six-liner. Coronado steals. And this is right to the Caps. Opportunity now to Maine. We'll send this one in. Dustin Wolf slowly in behind the inboards. His pass will bounce. The Flames do not get it out. This is off the drop. Be sent in deep as Rasmus Andersson, one of the last men back. And a pass goes off the stick of Martin Fehérváry. Like Coleman now. Finish his check. Fehérváry try to push it ahead. And this will go down the ice for an icing right at 10 seconds. So Calgary will get time for one more draw to be able to manufacture something if they can win it. So just go ahead and put the Nazem Kadri, Huberdeau, all your best guys out there right now and see what you can do. Ovechkin's out there with Taylor Radish on the camera shot. Rasmus Andersson pinching a little bit more toward the right side dot just in case the puck falls in for a wrister that he can shoot right on. Dowd against Kadri. Dowd's a 56-44 for Kadri, but Kadri's been good on the circle of the day. This brush in the corner. This time Dowd will get this one into the corner. Toward the right side dot, Rasmus Andersson. Ovechkin bleeds the clock out, and it is 2-1 Washington. It was 1-0 after 1 for Washington. Now it's 2-1. Still a one-goal game, and this is a good game here. And we'll see in the final 20 minutes if we need OT or if it's going to be decided. Come right back. We'll call the third.
Tight hockey game at the Saladome. They call it. The Flames tied up, but then it would be Strome with the go-ahead marker.
So let's give you the numbers and what we got. Shots on goal, 22-18 still for Calgary. But Washington outshot Calgary in that period 13-5. Hits 16-10 for the Caps. And face-off, Caps have started to pull ahead 23-22. Power play.
And show how much space you have in your kitchen. Selling your home to Open Door is so easy. You can do it during halftime. Get started at opendoor.com.
You know the thing Family Guy? Someone needed it back in the day.
And Washington 1 for 2 on the power play. Calgary 1 for 2 on the power play. So first stoppage at 17-13 in the second. Lomber looked good. Defense was good again to start for both. Anderson joins the rush on a bad change. Wager busts it back to save a goal against former teammate Mangiapane. Kuzmenko stick lifted after a chance that goes off with Sharon Govich's. And still playing well, Nazem Kadri drives backhand around the net Sits it out in front for a stick, and the stick lift denies an opportunity from Washington. Coleman draws the penalty on PLD as he scores off the deflection from Barry. 5:30, we get a commercial break. It's a solid game so far. We come back in. Pahal busted for a hook. Immediately, Coleman closes his hand on the puck. It's a 5-on-3 power play for the Caps for 1 minute and 50 seconds. Way too much time. Everybody in the high slot, they're really pressed up ahead, knowing that they can do what they want. And Strome gets in deep, scores in the backhand pass, about as easy as you like. Makes it a 2-1 lead for Washington. Answers the PLD unassisted goal from the first, and that's where we are.
You missed his new haircut because you were busy not missing hockey. Never miss a goal with live game stories only in the NHL. When the temperature drops, you've got two choices. Close your eyes.
So Strome from Carlson and Chychrun, and Coleman on the power play as well from Barry and Kuzmenko. A couple power play goals from 12-17 and 15-12 mark of the period. And this next 20 minutes may not decide it. This looks to be a tight game all the way through. A couple self-serving mistakes from the Flames in the mix of a bad clear from Mackenzie Weegar gives PLD a goal. Closing in on the puck is Blake Coleman, a hook against Pahal. And Washington took advantage of both mistakes, and they scored twice.
They're really close to being a team who might want to think about buying the deadline, right? I mean, they're 5 points behind Colorado with 4 games in hand. You know, tonight's gettable for some points. The Kings are only 3 points up on them. When you look behind them, it's going to retire Fire in Vancouver. Like, there's a very realistic chance for this Flames team to get in your postseason.
I know they're saying the Flames. I still think they can get in the postseason because we talked about it. Between Anaheim, Detroit, Seattle, those are winnable games. But then we will be back on the Tuesday and Thursday between Toronto and Colorado when they're at the Settle Dome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the next 7 at home for Calgary, which they play better at. So even if they don't get this win against the Caps, they really got to get the win against the Red Wings on Saturday. They got to beat the Seattle Kraken, who have been struggling. I feel that they can do so. I don't know how much they add. I know Sportsnet's saying they could. I don't know how much they add. I think it'd be a soft add if they do. And Lehkonen scored a goal off the seat of his pants. That's pretty disgusting. Even though they lost to the Islanders. Appreciate anyone listening in. We're in the second intermission. I've already kind of profiled the scores. I said Flames are still in a playoff spot with half the season expired. Excited for the organization? I think any no votes are silly, only because it's diehard Caps fans at that point, which I agree. You don't want to root for other teams, but I would be too. I would say the same thing for Detroit as well. When we preview that one alongside Cooper and myself, between our 2 favorite teams, me for Detroit and for the Flames. Although I'm covering solo tonight for Cooper because he's out celebrating his dad's birthday in Seattle. So good for him to get some of that time, but I know he'll be back with me on Saturday. I'm looking forward to catching up with him because we haven't done so since the trip in November. Let's go across the NBA board. Seattle's up 3-0 on, or 3-2, excuse me, on Anaheim at Climate Pledge, which we were in November. And Vegas still up 2-1. But let's go to the NBA scoreboard, as I said. Take a look at what we got tonight. Not a lot of games going on. The Lakers. Charles Barkley said it right. You better put some lipstick on that pig. They drop a 118-104 to the purple and gold. Tyrese Maxey had 43. Tyrese Maxey, 15-26, 4 of 11 from 3, 9 of 9 from the line. 43 points. LeBron was terrific in this one. Had 31, 10 of 11 from the line, which is way better than what he normally would shoot. 10 of 16, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. He did have 8 turnovers, though, but I imagine he's handling the ball more than anybody else, so I give him that. Dalton Connect had 24 off the bench as they continue to play. I was going to say continue to play without Anthony Davis, but he only had 10 minutes. I wonder if he left the game from an injury. The Rockets survived the Hawks. They improved to 32-14 on the year. Are they a danger as far as the Western Conference Finals? Maybe even a semi for sure, but this team is young and they're very good. Jalen Green took him a lot of shots to get his points, 24 to get 25. Alpern Şengün, 18 points and 7 of 12 with 10 rebounds, 2 assists. A lot of injuries for the Rockets right now. Logan Thompson, 7 of 7 from the line for his 11 points. Trae Young, 21 on 7 of 16. And DeAndre Hunter, 16 off the bench for Atlanta. Warriors have a 50-41 lead over the Jazz. They really have to win that game if they want to get back into the postseason. Bucks slim lead on the Trailblazers as they return back to Damian Lillard's place where he called home for a long time. And that's it.
If advanced lung cancer has you searching for possibilities, discover Opdivo plus Yervoy, the first combination of 2 immunotherapies for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Opdivo plus Yervoy helps your immune system fight cancer.
See if any college basketball scores pique the interest. I'm just clicking on D1 here and scrolling through. A lot of late games in college basketball underway. 11:08 between Oregon State and Gonzaga. It means I can watch that even after this one's done. My goodness. Michigan State spanks Minnesota. They improved to 18-2 on the year. They're number 7. 73-51. Kansas survives UCF 91-87.
I'll start with you. The Alexander Ovechkin effect, even when he's not scoring, he's a threat.
Oh, this is an amazing sequence here. Over the course of 30 seconds, things kind of fell apart for the Calgary Flames. They're playing a great game against the best team in the league, but 2 bad penalties leads to a 5-on-3 against the greatest goal scorer of all time. Watch Rasmus Anderson. He's cheating towards Ovechkin in the goal. All they're looking for is Strome behind him. And you know, he's got damn if he does, damn if he doesn't. And they score the goal. But there's the Ovi effect. What do you do? Well, it's a very tough task. You have to have perfect body position, perfect stick position, but the killer on a 5-on-3 are seam passes. So Rasmus has to find a way to have a stick in that position, take away that seam pass, and you have to keep Ovi, who's up on your right, in your peripheral, because you got to stay in a shooting lane, and then you got to hope you just get hit with the puck. Right? It is. It's really difficult, and as soon as they make that adjustment, they slide around. I think Rasmus has to commit a little lower, but how do you do it with number 8 standing there? I'm sure we've seen this multiple times before.
All right, let's stay with the blue line, shall we? Tyson Barrie, boy, what a feel-good story. Corey, I'll start with you just on the night he's having and maybe the idea of how long he's had to wait to get back to this moment.
Yeah, it's great to see. Tyson's a great guy. He's a teammate of his. And if there's one thing that is never going to go away for this guy, it's second nature. It's the top of the power play. I mean, I watched him work it back in Colorado. He looks like a natural here. He got some work this weekend. The thing that's going to be the hardest for Tyson is just conditioning and playing and beating those battles. But I think he's done a heck of a job, and he's been impactful tonight. He's done things the right way. Great to see him out there again. Been very surprised if he's down the lineup for the next several games at the very least. The impact he's already had.
Okay, we had a chance to attend Al McMichael's funeral on Sunday. Guys, it was emotional to be sure. It certainly was a celebration of a life well lived and an incredible career in the game of hockey. Eric, you want to take this one?
Well, what an incredible hockey resume. And he's, 2 Memorial Cups, 3 Calgary Cups, 4 Stanley Cups, and the admiration of the entire hockey world. Anyone who ever dealt with him knew that what it was all about was trying to help other people, use his knowledge to help other people, for other people, use it. Or you can speak, just want to tell a quick story. Here's a video I took of just some of the hardware he's got. Like, unbelievable. 70 years in the NHL, in and around it. Al McInnes flew in from St. Louis just for this. They share the nickname Chopper. It came from Al McNeil. When Al McInnes showed up at his first camp, everybody picked up on the fact that Al McNeil and Al McInnes both had this really weird accent from the East Coast. They both grew up born about an hour and a half from each other in Nova Scotia.
So they were called Big Al or Big Chopper and Little Chopper, and that stuck the rest of his career. And it meant so much to Al McKinnon that he flew in to pay his respects to Al McKinnon. I thought that was beautiful.
I had a lot of run-ins with Chopper. He gave me a lot of advice over the course of the years. I really enjoyed my time with him. I could never be mean enough or tough enough for Al in front of me. It was cross-check more searches. Get a little butt end in there. Come on, you got to use Chopper on the skates. I'm like, oh, the booking box for that. I know. But you still got to find a way to.
He was always telling guys to lay the lumber, right? The 89 teams. I know you guys always talk about just how much he was always beating doing that. But of course, you've heard the stories, right? The handwritten letters to coaches, general managers, players like Michael Strome, keep it in the safe, right? It's just something to see. And the amount of players, past and present, that were there, Calgary Flames that were there in attendance. Okay, Mackenzie Weegar, here.
A lot of talk this week, of course, because Alex Pietrangelo pulling out of the Four Nations face-off. Everybody here in Calgary, of course, is saying it should be Mackenzie Weegar. I don't disagree. You look for an all-around guy who can play all sorts of different roles, can play either side. To me, he's their choice, but I can tell you that the way Hockey Canada's, the brain trust is thinking one thing. Drew Doughty, he's got 6 games to prove himself with the LA Kings. He's probably going to play tomorrow in Florida.
Is he up to speed enough?
Well, that's what they're going to find out. So they have until the 11th to name who they're going to put on the blue line. If Doughty is progressing with every single game, they'll keep that win.
They're talking about right now, this is interesting just to parallel this with little fallout there alongside for Four Nations for Theodore. Canada needs another defenseman. And they're still saying that Drew Doughty was going to get 6 games to prove himself. If not, they might go to Mackenzie Weegar, who's been having a great season with the Calgary Flames. And I think that's probably the right call. Again, Rasmus Andersson's already got it for Sweden, but Mackenzie Weegar has probably been the best player on the Flames this year. I know you can talk about that and spitball on his defense, but plus 11, he kind of does a little bit of everything. I think that would be the right call. Because Drew Doughty, I don't know if he'd be able to get his conditioning done in time.
But you can count on Enterprise. Don't go away. To always be there with the assist. No matter where the game takes you. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
96% of Subaru Forester sold in the past 10 years are still on the road. That's more than Toyota RAV4. The Subaru Forester. Love begins with trust.
He told Mom to send her prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't. All Mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and her meds would get delivered right to her door. When the temperature drops, you've got 2 choices. Close your eyes and think more thoughts.
Blues placed Brandon Saad and Marcus Sivergaard on waivers, and Kirill Kaprizov to undergo lower body surgery. He's out a minimum of 4 weeks. So we'll look around the league here.
Right now, during the Jeep Start Sunday League sales event, you'll qualify with seats can lease the 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport for $307 a month. See your local Jeep Wrangler dealer today.
I'll be right back.
I used didn't have it. So an AI agent didn't know to move my reservations inside or know what I like to eat. It's not that. What's up, my brother? Oh, hey, man. We really needed this rain, right?
Asian food-stuffed restaurants prevent dining disasters.
Man, roll over.
20 hours meant to be.
We got you, brother.
These people of privilege, hoarding the financial advantages for far too long. Look at them, unaware that Robin Hood Gold members now enjoy VIP treatment. The 3% IRA match on retirement contribution. Once they discover their privileges are no longer exclusive, their fragile reality will plunge into disarray.
This is a hot flash. This is a hot flash. But this is a not flash. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms due to menopause, Veosa is the first and only prescription treatment that directly blocks the source of hot flashes and night sweats. With 100% hormone-free Veosa, you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Veosa reduces the number and severity of hot flashes.
Prize winners through 2 periods of play, including Megan Barkley of Carbery. Megan has won a $200 Save on Foods gift card. We still have the 3rd period to go. Save on Foods is excited to give away a prize for every goal, but they aren't done there. Just scan this QR code on screen and enter this month's draw for a chance to win groceries for a year. Yeah, the game could be our next lucky winner. 2-1 after 40 minutes of play, but it's been a bit of a game of momentum because if you think about penalties and goals, well, they seem to follow one another. Dubois would score, then he would go to the box. Coleman would score, he goes to the box. Then it's Strome's turn. You wonder if the pattern will follow suit. But we'll get you set for the 3rd period now with Kelly and John. Gentlemen.
Thank you, Ryan. And it's the Calgary Flames who had to grind out some points lately. Couldn't find them Sunday against the Winnipeg Jets. It's not a tough team. What are they looking for here?
Yeah, I totally agree with what you just said about finding a way to grind out some more points. This kind of game is going to be one in the corners, on the forecheck, winning puck battles, those sorts of things. This is a very difficult game, hard-fought game, and it doesn't seem like a track meet to me. It seems more like a hard-fought battle.
And line up like how special teams can play a part in this one. So
Going to get set for the 3rd period here. It's still a 2-1 lead for the Caps. Dylan Strome had scored the latest from the power play to answer Blake Coleman. And we're going to get going here in this 3rd period as the Caps have this in their defensive zone. Jakob Peltier try to get this pass across in the high sliders. The slapper Uyghur deflected, and the Flames immediately try to jump on it. One of the stick got knocked out of him. That's Connor McMichael, who doesn't have a blade, and now just kept in by the Flames. There's a rolling puck, goes back into neutral ice, and Jonathan Huberdeau settle it down. I think Nazem Kadri and Peltier offsides as Peltier was trying to hustle back in 1929 left in the 3rd.
Logan Thompson. Watch this little play. It's going to hit McMichael's stick, I think. It could be Roy as well, right in front. That's the first one off McMichael. Then does it hit Roy and then off the defender? I think it might have been a double deflection. Wow.
It's been a neutral zone draw. Dowd's going to win it straight back. This is where the Caps make their money, 2nd in the NHL, plus 28 in the 3rd period. So if the Flames are going to want to try to get back in this one, they're only down one, they're going to have to earn it. That's what good teams do. They close it down and take advantage of 2 Flames mistakes, and that's why they have a 2-1 lead. Again, Uyghur off a bad clear, and then Coleman closes his hand on the puck after Ball gets a hook, 2 penalties, and a minute 50 of 5-on-3 time, and Strome scores in the backhand. Here's Kuzmenko, and last man back there was the defensive Jakob Chychrun, knocks it away. As this will be a long flip down the ice, rolling puck, not far enough for icing. Mackenzie Uyghur, possible entrant to the Four Nations face-off for Team Canada, depending on what they got as Theodore pulled off from Vegas Golden Knights. Mackenzie Uyghur safely gained the red there for Van Riemsdyk. Coronado trying to force the steal alongside with Backlund. They'll use the left side of the boards. Back to Coronado. Fans on that. Right to Backlund! And he missed it. Might have been a stick save there for Thompson, though, as Bean now will crisscross. Michael Backlund, captaincy, shovel it toward Matthew Coronado. Coronado now against the boards to Backlund, as this will bounce out in front of the referee. Flames can't touch. It would have been offsides. Now they can find the entry over Coleman. This is near the Flaming Sea. This is in between Ovechkin, as it'll be recollected for Dylan Strome. And Dylan Strome could have went anywhere, and he signed a very cheap deal with Washington, and then he stayed with them as well. All the moves that they've made, and alongside for Ferravari, Roy, Sandin, Chychrun, some of those they've had to pay more or less, Logan Thompson, they've all been good. Bishop gets it knocked away from him. He will try to go ahead and give chase near the right side. Ryan Wahlberg spin and turn was shot, and this one will get deflected all the way back down the ice for Tyson Barrie. Again, the 34-year-old sent a PTO. He got some time with the Calgary Langers. He gets called up alongside Bishop, and he'll be sent in. Penalty hands in the air. It'll be called against the Flames once they touch. And they do now. A little bit of a hook, maybe, a trip. 17-11 left to go in the third. Looks like Radish went down, but it was right in front of the Zebras, and it's going to be called. So we'll see the deflection. Wolf makes the save with the left pad. I want to see where the penalty is. As Chychrun goes back on the back check to deny Kuzmenko. Maybe they'll show it on the third look. Backlund shot a little high. Still not seeing the penalty yet. And Wilson rocks Bishop, able to stay on his feet. And Barry got a tripping penalty against Ethan Frank. So finally got that one there off the fifth look. So Tyson Barry, we just mentioned his name. Now he's in the box. He does have an assist in this one. It's 2-1. This is a must kill for the Calgary Flames. This is about, and behind the end boards, Logan Thompson plays it. The Caps power play 3 for 20 in the last 8. The win was 2, but they scored on a 5-on-3, so that really helped them. The power play has not been their strength, but the even strength has, and that's what you'd rather have more so than nothing else. Tom Wilson, Hall. Again, they're without the services of TJ Oshie for quite a while, as this is picked back up now by Backlund off the flip. Pelchier will lurk. He'll just be around center ice as Jakob Chychrun will go ahead and pick it up. Now Strome slows up the blue line side. Great pass. And this is Chychrun. Back in behind the net, Dustin Wolf on the butterfly. Here is Carlson near the right bumper. Chychrun, seam pass right up the middle. Sits up one-timer. Good save, Wolf. That was on Ovechkin. This is brushed up into the corner. Ovechkin just shoveled into an open area. Connor McMichael. Now for Chychrun. Here is Ovechkin, another slapper, and solved by Wolf. Made that one look easy. Ovechkin getting a couple of his bombs that he would get in toward that left dot, and Wolf able to make the save. Flames will clear it down the ice. 15:40 thereabouts left to go in the third. John here with you, watching this one on Sportsnet and ESPN Plus per usual. I will be joined by Cooper Hopkins in on Saturday. Flames do get the steal. Short in off the outside of the post from a severe angle. So Coleman tried to bank it off of Logan Thompson and catch him by surprise, and he almost did. He's got the only one for the Flames right now. Connor McMichael and Mangiapane get tied up. Coleman now. Try to find it near the right side corner. This is Faravari off the cross. Ovechkin, seam, and oh man. That was a slap shot opportunity for PLD. It's loose in front of the net. McMichael. See if the Flames have numbers, but they're on the edge of a shift. Coleman, drop. Rasmus. Try to find Coleman. Rasmus, he gets taken down, and there'll be a penalty against the Caps. Right out in front of the net. Rasmus gets tripped. And Coleman, even on the edge of his shift, as Rasmus Anderson gives a little stick tap to Mangiapane, who tripped in there. Again, they are adversaries now, but they're still the best of friends. As Mangiapane sits in the box, it is weird seeing him wear a Caps jersey. But that one-timer attempt from an Ovechkin pass to Dubois, he just completely fans on it. If not, maybe he lifts it in the left corner to Mangiapane. Undercuts Rasmus Anderson, and Logan Thompson makes sure he doesn't go anywhere else. Here's Uyghur now for Nazem Kadri toward the left side dot, back to Nazem high slot. One more here for Mackenzie Uyghur. He pump fakes as this goes to the right side. Uyghur near the right side bumper. Here's an extra pass in tight. The Caps are moving around. Uyghur fakes his slap pass. Coronado. He shoots toward the left post. It's a massive humidity, and the Caps will slap shot this around the end boards and clear it all the way down. A little pinball. 1:25 left to go in the power play. It is Calgary's third. Washington has 2. Calgary be 1 for 3 if they don't get it. Overskate Sharangovich. Look out. This is toward the left side, short-handed. Washington can kill some time. Mackenzie Uyghur try to get to it. Dustin Wolf will play it. And now Calgary inverts the danger. Now they got to go from right to left. Again, they're in the home red. 6 of the next 7 are at home. And we'll be covering them a lot between Saturday and then Tuesday and Thursday, as they'll play against the Wings and then Toronto and Colorado. They got some big matchups. As this is put in around the end board, Sharangovich gets it to Wager toward the right side blue line. Wager thought about it. He could shoot. Leaves it now to Sharangovich. Wager, he will let it go. This one tipped wide for Huberdeau. Back to Igor. Now Jonathan Huberdeau, settle it down. Huberdeau needs help. Now to Sharangovich. This one not out. Coronado keeps it in. Kadri near the left side of the dot. Wager, slap pass. Now high slot. McKenzie gets it back. 20 seconds left to go in Calgary's power play. Kadri a little too far for him. He's got to play it near the left side boards. Huberdeau try to send it around. He's getting pushed. Coronado tries to emerge with it. Calgary touch Weegar toward the right side. Calgary's got to shoot this toward the goal. Couple saves for Thompson. And down the ice before Mangiapane can get out of the box, as Dustin Wolf will send this around the inboards for Rasmus Anderson. So only 2 shots, and they came right at the end. Wilson gets pasted. Dowd. He pulls up, shoots. This one blocked nicely by Blake Coleman. He's had himself an excellent game. Coleman now, rolling puck. Here for Backlund. Push it ahead. Rasmus Anderson turning on the burners. He tried to make an inside-out move, and the Caps turn it over. This one will go right back to the Flames. This will be Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko now for Joel Hanley. Slows it down. 12-10 left to go in this third. This has been an excellent game between 2 pretty good teams. As this is right up the middle. This is Bishop St. Lundberg. Where's the puck? Battle for it. There's a shot at the net. The save by Thompson. He's down. And this goes to the left side red line as the Caps clear the danger. Here is off of Radish. Stolen by the Caps. A rolling vulcanized rubber. And Lundberg able to send this around the end board slowly. Bishop now gets stick lifted, fights with it again. This will be looked at by Bishop. He'll skate back. Lundberg will go forward. He always charges, no matter what the odds are, as Radish can't beat Bean to the puck. We're almost halfway through this third, about a minute away from that point. Klapka, big hit near the right side boards, and he finishes it with a cross. Here's a slapper, save Wolf from Strome. And Wilson is hurt. He got lambasted by Klapka, and I don't think anyone's going to want to go with him. Tom Wilson got smoked, and Tom Wilson's usually the one that dishes it out. Boy, oh boy, did he get hit by Klapka. And now Klapka's exchanging words with Tom Wilson. If they go after Wilson got hit like that, that would be something. Klapka might be going right to the sin bin. He got a cross check, but he smoked Tom Wilson into the right corner. And that might have been a headhunt and then a cross check after that. And the cross check might have been the one that he's getting penalty on, as Tom Wilson is hurting bad. Yeah, Tom Wilson's not used to that. Klapka did a little too much. That first hit was rough. That second one was even worse.
When I was younger, my calling was to play football. But as I grew older, I realized life isn't about how many people you can knock down. It's about how many people you can lift up. At Red, our calling is to build game-changing trust. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it. It's All-Star time. Right now, no qualified current FCA employee residents.
Man, oh man, did Adam Klapka absolutely paste Tom Wilson into the right corner. Tom Wilson now looking okay. And he's saying, what the hell? He's got his hands up in the air. Ryan Leslie's giving a report. But he got smoked, and then he got cross-checked on top of that. Coronado fired it at the net. And then that fourth line for the Flames was humming. Logan Thompson stood very tall, as he's been all year. Bishop trying to race for it, save Thompson. Thompson was terrific. Lomberg right there. Cross-check against Klapka. So Wilson was the one that got absolutely smashed by Klapka, and then he's back out there on that top power play unit for the Caps, and 3 pretty much careless penalties by Calgary has given Washington 2 of these goals, essentially some chances and some turnovers. Just 1 power play goal to speak of, but a turnover from Weegar. Power play for Strome, tip save Wolf, and this one will get sent back down as the shot board is 27-21. Calgary's played well enough to win this game, but this penalty off the cross-check that wasn't needed off the extra from Klapka, that could be the death sentence. Who knows? Carlson now. Wilson, he wants to score a goal after what just happened to him. As Strome toward the left side line. This power play is a lot more patient, as we talked about. It's not just OV blasts. More of a decoy at times if needed, but they run their sets, and I like this better with Spencer Carbery. That's where the improvement's really shown to me. Slap pass, Chychrun, 1 more, and that one goes to Ovechkin near the left bumper. We're almost at the halfway point of the third, about 5 seconds removed, 50 seconds on the third power play for the Caps. Both teams have had 3. Chychrun, big slap shot. What a save, Wolf. Is this one now for Coronado trying to get this one out. And Peltier will give chase. And now across center ice, Wolf can recover. Flames can take some changes. Strome, who has been excellent in this one as well, he usually is, leaves for Carlson. Now Dylan Strome near the right side dot, trying to look like Kucherov here. And survey, Carlson, high slot, 15 seconds. Now the right side red line for Dylan Strome. Let's just spend those 2 so far. This is Jakob Chychrun off the pinch. Cross pass for Ovechkin gets cut off. Here's a shot toward the back post, goes wide. And now Chychrun off the bumper to Carlson. He can walk in and shoots if he wants to. 1 more touch for Chychrun. Connor McMichael gets stick lifted. And Klapka goes out of the box. The Flames survive. Did they ice it is the question. 9:05 left to go in the third. We still press on. Matt Roy. Everybody gets to take a breath now. Flames still only down 1. This game has been pretty good. This is about as much as I could have hoped for in between good matchups. And usually, as Cooper's always told me, we covered it throughout the years, the Flames play up in these games. Sometimes they play down to teams they should beat. Nazem Kadri gets the steal. Nazem Kadri on his backhand. He stick drags through a phone booth and then shoots it up into the netting off the deflection. 8:39 left to go in the third. Big kill. Keeps it 2-1. Dustin Wolf has been spectacular too. Both these goaltenders, they're doing it right. 8:39 left.
This is a got up too fast and tying your shoes back injury. Lucky for you, Amazon One Medical can help. They're great for speed-related back injuries too. When the temperature drops, you've got 2 choices. Close your eyes and think warm thoughts, or open your eyes and get out here. There's only one vehicle line that embraces everything the cold has to offer. The official vehicles of winter. Jeep, there's only one. Right now, during Jeep starts on the new sales event, no qualified receipts can lease the 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport for $307 a month. See your local Jeep Wrangler dealer today. These people are privileged, hoarding the advantages for far too long. Look at them, unaware that Robin Hood gold members now enjoy VIP treatment. The 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. Once they discover their privileges are no longer exclusive, their fragile reality will plunge into disarray.
Brought to you by Toyota RAV4. There's more out there to experience.
Well, moments ago was Tom Wilson and Adam Klapka exchanging words. You wonder if we've seen the last of this one. Some great verbiage going back and forth, but certainly the officials came in and said, hey, listen, shut it down now or you're both done. So keep an eye on that one, but we like to see a little more fireworks, guys.
The camera shot now on Sportsnet's Adam Klapka and Tom Wilson after those exchange of hits. Dustin Wolf was phenomenal on that penalty kill, but Calgary still down 2-1 to Washington. And the mix of Dylan Strome's power play goal in the second and answered Coleman. It's still held up right now, but this has been a good game. 8:30 left to go in the third. Again, you can talk about everything I've said about Washington, whether or not I agree with all the moves I agree with, just how far are they going to go in the postseason, what do they look like. They really just took advantage of two Flames mistakes, and that's why they have the goals. But that is what teams do, good teams do to win, and that's what we're seeing. It's that style. Just let the other team make a mistake, and not have to press too much. Just play your game, and we'll see how that works out if they can kind of ease into it. Toward the right side, Peltier, wrister, save Thompson. Rebound there for Huberdeau, but Thompson makes the save. My question about Washington, and they haven't lost a lot of games to be able to say that, if they're not able to play their game and they're down, 2-3 quickly, can they come back? The answer has usually been no. They don't like those type of games. But if they get a chance to kind of keep it within the weeds and keep it close, they take it. How well will that work against the highest powered of teams? Because the Flames are not one of those. That's my question. That's my only concern for the Caps in this season. Sharangovich will win this one on the forehand now. Rasmus Andersson. All sorts of contact in front of Thompson's crease as we play on. 7:50 left to go in the third as this game is getting late. Kuzmenko gets taken down as this one will bounce to Hanley. His clearing attempt will go right to the Caps. Gasil right up the gut. Van Riemsdyk join off the rush. His shot brushed away by Wolf into the corner. Hanley now, where it's Sharangovich. He will lose it one-handed, but the Flames are there. Kuzmenko a little bit too far, and Van Riemsdyk will get the steal. As this will be settled back around now for Jakob Chychrun. Who will survey. He'll let everybody take a change and alongside for Spencer Carbery's squad. And we'll go ahead and give this here for Tom Wilson, chip and chase. You're going to look behind him as Weegar finishes his hit. Caps keep it in. Slowly put it around the inboards here. Strome set it up for Ovechkin right near the right dot on his offhand. And it'll make the save as Dustin Wolf is right there. 7:05 up to go in this third.
Since 1990, Sportsnet has been helping fans elevate their game. This season, make sure you bet on the original at Sports Select.
Wow, another huge save off of Ovechkin again. Ovechkin was a quick release, looked like a rolling puck, and he's going high, short side. And Dustin Wolf, he knew he made the save, just not sure where the puck had ended up. 17 goals in his career.
So Ovechkin's got 4 shots in this game. Dustin Wolf saved all the ones against him. His mask is pretty sick. I don't know. We'll see if we get the empty netter if it goes to OV anyway to get closer to the Wayne Gretzky goal total. He's going to break everything on that side. As this is picked up here for the Flames. Backlund down to Coleman. Flames got a point to get here. They need to try to get another goal as this one will be flipped in. They played well enough to try to win this game outright. Bouncing puck right off the side of the cage. Rasmus Andersson taken down as Coleman will finish his hit. Loose puck now. The Caps will be Hanley. Last man back. No problem there for the Caps. They'll take their change. Pass gets deflected. Coleman now will have to find it. If the skater on a glove hand as Nick Dowd will go ahead and watch this puck go in front of him. Coronado will give chase. This gets sent in. Barry doesn't want to get any more penalties for tripping. He does have a power play point on the assist from Coleman's goal. Roy deflected. Now for Dowd. He'll slowly send this around, takes his reverse hit, stays on his feet. Caps keep it in. Majapani crisscross. Here for Dowd. Coronado still breathing right down his neck. This will force the cough up here right to Kadri. And Huberdeau. And alongside Barry, trying to join there with Jonathan, and this one gets sent back down the ice. Nazem Kadri 8 comeback wins this season, 4 in the third period for the Flames. They're only down 1. Nazem Kadri now, 5:40 left to go in the third. It's Jake Bean. Jake Bean trying to keep it alive on the backhand, sends it into the right corner. Van Riemsdyk. This bounces off the Flames, and it's a 2-on-1. Protas, he can let it go off the pass instead, and Weegar able to make a great play and block that one up as he dove down. And a tripping call against the Washington Capitals. That was needless. That was in the wrong zone. And this is going to give Calgary a power play, but it's 6-on-5 until they touch. Bean, drop for Sharangovich. Sharangovich now to Backlund, keeps it alive at the point. Toward the right side of the wing, this shot deflected. Peltier trying to send this up the back of the mesh as this goes in the corner. Again, delayed penalty until the Caps touch. They don't. And this one goes rolling back down. They don't want to do that just yet. So they'll let Calgary kill as much time as they want to. They'll get the full cell change. This is still their puck. Calgary now. 4:40 left to go in the third. Marty Pospisil near the left side red line. Pass gets deflected to Backlund now. Here is Sharangovich. Now to the left side. Kept in just barely. Backhanded pass, and the Caps finally touched us. Tom Wilson. A little bit of a spear against Anderson. And now Anderson's having some words with Tom Wilson. He tried to hit him right between the jewels. Tom Wilson knew exactly what he was doing after taking that cross-check from Klapka. He goes right after Rasmus Anderson. And Tom Wilson better be careful here. He doesn't do a little bit more.
Maximum for bad. No game, no fun. There's a great barbecue outside, but don't touch that.
What other vacation rentals make you share your bird for the host? Traveling, that's all it is. The moment allows us to really out that night. Plus the moment they want to
We'll see what the penalty is going to be for.
It's special rates on a new Subaru Outback.
It will be Tom Wilson and Rasmus Anderson will go off. That's what they say. And the Flames are going to the power play nonetheless. Once that gets updated, it said they're taking both Rasmus and Tom Wilson. Wilson took a little spear underneath the cup of Rasmus Anderson. He knew exactly what he was doing. He wanted that payback from the Adam Klapka cross-check when he took a pretty heavy damage alongside of it. But this should be the Flames on the power play. I appreciate any of you guys listening in on this one. We'll be settled for a good finish. As always, coverage will follow. Hopeful Sports Guy alongside the broadcast. I will have Cooper Hopkins with me on Saturday when we cover Red Wings and Flames. I will be covering the Red Wings, though, on Thursday with the Edmonton Oilers, and then we'll see if I can get Cooper one more time between Tuesday and Thursday between Toronto and the Colorado. So 2 in the box for the Caps, 1 in the box for Rasmus Anderson. And Rasmus Anderson is saying Tom Wilson sold it a little bit. As far as that cross-check, I like that for Rasmus Anderson, as this is a face-off redo here. So the Flames will get a power play. They probably should add another couple seconds here on the clock. And Nazem Kadri say that was a little dropped unfairly, as they're going to put this against Nick Dowd. But they'll brush Kadri out of the circle again, and then they're going to say, hey, why don't you come on back? We'll see. So we'll go back toward the defensive side. Sharangovich will take this one against Dowd. Sharangovich wins it as this goes into the corner. Flames emerge. Here's Weegar, high slot slapper. This one goes wide. Coronado will pick it up off the bumper. Huberdeau. Here's a seam pass looking for Sharangovich, but Washington with beautiful defense will send that one back down the ice. 4:05 left to go in the third. So in the ESPN box, let me see if I can find that here really quickly. They have Connor McMichael was the one that got the first, and then they sent off both Wilson and Rasmus. That's kind of unfortunate there for the Flames because Rasmus more the power play quarterback. Huberdeau, crisscross one more time. Here's a seam feed. Coronado on his back skate will send this in across the wall for Weegar. Weegar now off the bumper. He'll get it back. Huberdeau, left side dot. He shoots off the tip. This one deflected, saved by Thompson. Now Coronado picks it up. High slot Weegar. Weegar thought about it. Passed it toward the right side. Gets it back now. Here's Coronado. He slams it at the net. Saved Thompson and cleared down the ice. I think Coronado's got an absolute gun for a shot. I know it's not Ovechkin, but I'm liking what I'm seeing as Coronado's getting more ice time here with the Flames. This is the fourth power play for Calgary, and they must make good on it. Backlund loses it. This one cleared down the ice. 3 minutes left to go in the third. Dustin Wolf couldn't do anything on either one of those goals from the Weegar turnover and then Dylan Strome on a 5-on-3, and neither could Logan Thompson off the deflection from Blake Coleman. These goalies have been utterly perfect. Toward the right side, not shot at for Sharangovich. She'll settle it down. Tyson Barrie. Stick just holds the line. There's this one toward the right side red line and across the wall. Big hit there. One of the Flames get popped down, and this one cleared down the ice. This is going to be a break for the Caps. They can really finish it off. Scores! Alexei Protas right in off of the end of the penalty. And that's going to be it for the Calgary Flames. 3 takes of advantages and mistakes from Calgary, and they score all 3. So they'll let the other team make the mistakes, and they're going to win this game. And that's the way the story is going to be written as Rasmus Andersson comes out of the box. So as Blake Coleman gets hit, he gets knocked out, and Tyson Barrie can't win the race. Protas, he just snipes it left corner past Wolf. And the Washington Capitals are going to take a big 2 points. That might have got a piece of Wolf and still went in. But I think he just sniped it anyway to Protas. So 3-1. Caps are going to win this one. As Jonathan Huberdeau, we get a whistle. 2:22 left to go in the third. And now Wilson and Anderson, are they going to the box again? Both Rasmus or Tom Wilson? Tom Wilson's in the box for high sticking. Tom Wilson just came out of the box, and he hit Huberdeau right in the head. Tom Wilson is getting a little silly here. He didn't like that big hit that he got from Klapka, and that cross-check was unwarranted from Adam Klapka. I'll give you that 1,000%. But Tom Wilson, now with that extra goal, had decided, you know what, I'm going to keep getting my revenge as much as I want to, and Tom Wilson's going to try to make himself an irritant, but you know what? It's 6-on-4, and another power play as Dustin Wolf will leave the yawning cage, and it's the 5th power play. Kadri said, hey, drop this right here so I can stay in the circle and not Sharangovich. That's what he's pleading to the referee. Just make sure you drop this so I can win it because I've been good all night. Dowd against Kadri. It's a 6-on-4 now. Protas made it 3-1. Kadri does win it. Here's Rasmus Andersson now for Mackenzie Weegar. 6-on-4 Flames, down 2. Rasmus bounced up into the air, saved off the head of Thompson, kept in off the bumper. Now the Flames have a couple man advantage, but they need a couple of goals in 2 minutes, a goal a minute. This goes back down to Rasmus Andersson, yawning cage. Flames look like they're going to drop 2 points, and really it was the self-inflicted mistakes. Full sail clear. You can do that with the kill. And about a 20-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Rasmus, Nazem Kadri. And across the flaming sea, gain the entry. Kadri now. Sharangovich takes a rolling puck, puts it around the inboards. Kadri strong. It's toward the left side. Huberdeau tried to help find it loose, and the Caps can flip it down length of the ice just wide. As this one gets nestled back in behind the mesh for Rasmus one more time. Power play down to 55 seconds with the net empty. Coleman, find the entry. Coleman, cross. Couldn't find Huberdeau. He didn't cut. This is high slot. Weegar shoots it. This one blocked up in the air out of play with $1.05 left. Good game nonetheless. It definitely looks like the Washington Caps are going to take advantage of the mistakes the other team makes, and you win the game. That's what good teams do. And that's what we're on the edge of right now. The Flames still have a 6-on-4, but Logan Thompson's been excellent. He played Justin Wolf a little bit, and this was the game essentially, but it was a good one. Still 1:05 left to go in this third. Trying to get a big face-off win. Backlund gets it. Flames need goals quickly. Rasmus Andersson slams it. It's Coleman. He gets it very hard against the boards against Carlson. Pops back up, though. Rasmus now between his legs. It's McKenzie toward the right side. Back to Rasmus. Touch for Mackenzie Weegar. Back to Rasmus. Slapper save. Thompson with the left pad. As this is now Rasmus. Left side blue line. Back to McKenzie. Touch near the right side. Here is Backlund. Sends it across. Save Thompson with the stick shaft. Marty Pospisil now for Michael Backlund. Down to 25 seconds left to go. Connor McMichael. He can send this one down the ice. And no problem for Mackenzie Weegar, but the Flames running out of time. Marty, send this one in. This will be a attempt for Kuzmenko to find it. This will be sent back down the ice again. Mackenzie Weegar plays the rolling puck, and that's going to be the game. The Washington Capitals are going to win this one 3-1. A few mistakes there for the Washington Caps. And are we going to get anything after the whistle here with Tom Wilson? I'm just double checking it one more time because he was taking his just desserts and alongside with Klapka and Rasmus Andersson. But a good one nonetheless. The Flames outshoot Washington 33-23. They played well, but Logan Thompson was just that much better, and he's been that way all season, and he's proven it again. This will make his goals against go down, if you can believe that, again. And he now sits at 23, 2-3, with the goals against of 209 and the 925 going down and up respectively. He's just been brilliant, and he needs to be added on Team Canada's Four Nation. That's it for me. I'll see you Thursday. The Capitals take this one 3-1. I'll see you for the Oilers and Wings at Rogers on Thursday, before I'll be joined with Cooper Hopkins on Saturday between the Wings and Flames at the Saddledome on Saturday. That'll be fun. Make sure you join in on Saturday. We've got a lot of catching up to do. We'll take you around the league and all that. Another solo call for me Thursday as the Caps take this one 3-1 over the Flames. See you guys. Have a good one.
Flames hockey on Sportsnet. Brought to you by TELUS.